we need to discuss before we start the game. What do you want to do about the characters you're going to play until we get a chance to get Sninky Nook resurrected? Do you want to do one of the NPCs and we'll give them full XP, or do you want to take on the 3 NPCs together?
Well, I was already running Fargrim Battlehammer. What I'd suggest is if I take on both of the Battlehammer brothers, I can run them as a team, and bounce them off each other.
Yep. This was going to be my suggestion if that's what we could do. If that's
what's going to be most fun for you.
It would be cool, wouldn't it? Think about for the story too, like having David doing the brothers. I think it's a good idea.
I'll give them a full share of XP for the whole time, and that means both of them are getting full XP. That's like a nice bonus to you guys for having a dead character. You can get full XP on both of them if that's what you want to do. You want to play the Battle Brothers? I've still got Sninky Nook RIP up on the screen for you, David. It says Fargrim/Ogrim, but Sninky Nook RIP as well.
Fair enough.
Welcome to the stream, everybody. This is The Holy Cleanse, episode 57. This is Homebrew Advanced Dungeons and Dragons 2nd edition. We are 57 episodes deep. And tonight, I'm going to introduce your players and characters in a slightly different order. I'm going to start with, well, he was first in the group. He's been here since episode 1. His character is Darrow Greataxe. He's in the top right tonight. Peter, good evening.
Right, I've usurped, but I've usurped whoever's place it was. Do you want an introduction?
Go for it if you want, mate.
Yeah, and I play Darrow Greataxe, Dwarven priest of Barrack Thram, who's insisted on the party coming underground to take a shortcut to the Dwarven capital because of this prophetic dream he said.
Okay, now I'm going to go with Tammy next. She was next to join the campaign, so I'm going to introduce her next. She plays Kiara Jenkins. Say hello, Tammy.
Hi, guys. Sorry.
Okay, next.
I've got less to say now.
It's okay. I'm introducing you anyway. Next, I'm going to introduce Trevor, who plays Andy McCarr, who's directly above me on screen.
Hello, I'm Trevor. I'm playing Andy McCarr. Andy McCarr doesn't believe in all this dwarvish stuff that Darrow believes in. He thinks they had too much cheese before going to bed one night.
and I'm going to introduce David last tonight because David, this is not the order he joined the group in because he joined before Trevor, but his character has died last week. Sninky Nook is dead, RIP. So David tonight is going to be taking care of Fargrim and Ogrim Battlehammer. Good evening, David, mate.
Good evening.
How are you feeling about the death of Sninky Nook?
Oh, it's a terrible tragedy that he died before he was able to get his revenge on those drow. But, well, he was helping the boss, and they'll no doubt notify the great wizard of his death and keep him informed.
You think the great wizard, as in Cornaith, would be high enough level to resurrect him these days?
Oh no, just if he wants to talk to Sninky Nook, he can always use contact higher planes or contact lower planes or whatever that wizard's spell is.
Speak with dead, yeah.
I'm not sure that Darrow's church have got speak with dead. They're not great with undead.
No, I don't. I'm not sure it's a priest spell. I think it's a. Oh no, it's a priest spell, but Darrow's.
It is.
Yeah, it's turn undead one specifically that he doesn't get. He doesn't get other. It's not that he doesn't get spells to do with undead. It's just he doesn't get the turn undead ability. He's still got access to the same spell categories that he would have. Yeah, he's not blocked from necromantic priest spells.
Oh well, he can always speak to Sninky Nook and check he's comfortable.
Can you cast Speak with Dead yet? Are you high enough level for that, Darrow?
Yes, although I've used up my 3rd level spells for the day.
You couldn't do it today. Yeah, but technically tomorrow you could speak to Sninky Nook. Right, so you might get to play Sninky Nook again today, actually, David. Because Pierre's character's high enough level to cast Speak with Dead, so you might still get to play Sninky Nook. That'll be fun.
Oh, great.
Right, okay, it's episode 57. We are... Now, how many days to quote did we say we were last session?
That's what I was going to ask.
Well, Sneaky Nook thought it was 30 days, but
So
when
it's
people
really
check his
31
journal,
then,
there was
yeah.
an arithmetical error.
Yep.
It's actually 31.
So the Dungeon Master's been rewatching all the old VODs, and I'm all the way up to episode 47 now, and I found a discrepancy in the days to court, and we're actually a day ahead of what we thought we were. So it's not, what did you think?
I thought it was 30.
So it's not 30, it's 31 days to court.
Correct.
And it's midday sometime, afternoon sometime, isn't it?
Haven't the faintest idea.
You've not got the faintest. Actually, it's been difficult for you to tell because so much has went on since you went underground in such a short time. But it would be it's sometime in the afternoon anyway. You think? So guys, take it away. What do you want to do?
Well, the Battle Brothers are keeping guard at the moment while the rest of them sort themselves out. We'll deal with anything that comes up with this way.
I can find us on the map. Give me a second.
I'll shift.
We're going to rest up for a while.
We're going to rest up. Darrow examined the body and couldn't see any sign of regeneration, but he wants to give it overnight in the hope that the ring will do its business.
So yeah.
So we want to. So we planning on strongholding and staying here for the night and resting.
Well,
I
because
think
there
I
was-
thought we'd agreed to stop for a minute and like take stock and fucking catch our breath and rest.
But I think after taking stock, you've worked out that everybody's quite well. A lot of people are quite low in health, and the clerics are out of spells.
So we need to
Not
rest.
quite. Not quite.
And I think you're fairly low on spells as well, Kiara. And Andy McCarr, have you cast your spells up?
I've
Any
got,
that are of any use to us, yeah.
got plenty of spells left. Well, as many as I usually have, but yes, without healing, it might be dangerous to carry on.
You still have a fair abundance of healing potions between you, I think, or actually you think you've used quite a few now, haven't you? So it's not quite as abundant
We've
as it was
used
before.
a certain amount.
They're not as abundant as they were.
Darrow wants to rest up. Eleonora she's just been brought conscious again, hasn't she? That was with
That's right, yeah.
Darrow's last spell and possibly using some healing potions.
Okay. So you're going to cast your last healing spell on and then see what's left to do.
And Eleonora comes to.
Yeah.
Let's check what hit point she's on.
And while you're checking that, we've got to also mention that Eleonora's holy symbol was destroyed by a fireball blast in the last episode. She doesn't have her casting focus. Priests allow free casting in my games, but then you're going to at least have to have your holy symbol. So we're going to have to work out. You're going to have to work out how she's going to be able to cast spells.
So she's on 21 hit points. So that looks like if I've got the middle circle is hit points.
Yeah, it's 2/3 for her.
Yes. So Darrow asks, have you got any healing left, lass?
Well, you generally take over playing Eleonora, Darrow, but I'll take her for a moment since it's you that's speaking to her. She'll go, yeah, well, does she have any? You'll have her sheet open. If she does, she'll say, yes, hang on, and she'll go to reach for her holy symbol and not find it.
Or at least find a lump of...
Yeah, she'll find a charred lump of... Now, we established that the holy symbol for Barak Thram for Darrow is, it's a shield with an axe, going in a triangle formation, and then for Eleonora, it's a shield with the swords going the same way. Sword, sword, sword. I got that mixed up with the Kingsguard once. That's a crown and crossed swords. So
I remember.
So it would just be like and because you're Barak Thram is a protection god, I'd say your holy symbol, Darrow, would be a piece of wood carved into that kind of relief, like a miniature shield. Almost like what you put a little plaque on the wall and it's like a shield shaped, like a little one of them, almost.
Right. I think we saved as if it was metal.
Right, okay, so a metal one of them then. If we save this if it was metal, then it's a metal one of them. Okay. And, well, yeah, it makes more sense that yours is metal anyway, because you're a dwarf, but let's say it was metal, okay. So it's a little metal miniature shield, like a hand-sized shield, because it's a hand-sized little holy symbol. And she holds it with a little strap in one hand while casting spells.
When we were in the place that he got his thing to get, is it called an augury? Have I said this wrong?
The augury spell, yeah.
Yeah, so when we were at that place, we were discussing obviously Barak Tham and the God multiverse type thing, and we said that it would have been there would have been multiple, like Barak Tham would have been an offshoot of an original one that would then like branched off and it then became different parts. So if Eleanor's church is the same but just a different branch, then maybe Darrow's will work for her.
And it might work.
Well, that's what... Well, the first thing I wanted to establish was, if we're saying it's silver, is it something where it's come apart at one place and...
Not silver, metal. It says iron or steel.
So, is it something that a smith, if we were to have one or two of them in the party...
Oh yeah, are you going to ask the smith? Right, let's say there's it's not totally destroyed and burnt because it was made of metal, but let's say it's like burst apart in the explosion, like the little rivets or whatever have heated and popped off. So you want to take the little metal pieces of this shield symbol, and you want to ask the one or two smiths that might or might not be in your party if they could fix it. Yeah.
Yes, that's the first question.
Go ahead, David's got them for the time being.
Let's have a look at this. What do you think, Olgrim?
Oh, no way.
I don't know. It's not the sort of thing we normally do, brother. What do you think?
Roll on his weaponsmithing. Boom. There you go. Now you've rolled a success on one of them. What I haven't done then, because they were NPCs, I haven't fully fleshed out their non-weapon proficiencies. And what I reckon for flavour would be to just put all their points into armoursmith and all their points into weaponsmith. Like their whole slots. So you know how if you take the thing but then you keep spending slots, you just get +1, +1, +1 on the bonus? Let's say that Olgrim and Fargrim have done that. So they would have had whatever their pluses is for being level 5 or 6, whatever they are. However many proficiencies you would have as a fighter, they've put them all in weaponsmith or armoursmith. So we need to consider that they've got... We'll do this later now, but I was just thinking about this today.
I'll look into that.
I was thinking about this today, but they'll have pluses on those rolls anyway. But one of them's made the success, so he looks at it and he'll say he reckons he could fix it. Yeah.
Is that what Ian is? What you just said about?
Sorry.
See what you were saying about to do with the brothers, about putting everything into their weaponsmith and armory and stuff. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Is that Ian a character?
No, no. It's because although they have levels in being adventurers, they are a master armoursmith, a famous master armoursmith, and a famous weaponsmith. So I just want to, for flavour, say that they've used all their non-weapon proficiencies.
It's a story thing rather than like a...
Yeah, it's not to take away from you guys anything in combat. Like I'm taking away your chance to have no weapon proficiencies. That's the flavour of those characters. That's how I feel like they would have been built.
Yeah, no, I was just asking because I don't like. I know sometimes that people can like stack or thingy or like do their characters a certain way, and that's that's what's called, when you OP a character?
Min-maxing. It's min-maxing.
Min-maxing
is more than that. No, min-maxing is more than just putting all. That's flavour. Putting all your non-weapon proficiencies.
Yeah, that's what I was asking because I wasn't sure if it was like
it's the opposite of optimal.
Thing.
It's the opposite of optimal because you really want to spread out your proficiencies over a variety of different skills to make yourself as useful as possible. This is the opposite of making them OP.
They're going to be like masters of one thing.
Yeah, they're a master weaponsmith and a master armoursmith. So we'll work out later what their plus is on those rolls. They've got big bonuses on those rolls.
Yes. Well, Fargrim will look at this holy symbol, and I think it's a little sword. Yes.
No, so it's a
It's
little
3
shield
swords.
with 3 swords. So let's say for visuals, right? You've got this little shield, like a little metal triangular shield. It's it's like her shield that she uses, but it's just a miniature sized one, the shape of like a fist. So it fits over your fist, and it's got bolted to the front of it with little metal rivets. A sword, a sword, a sword, going in the 3 different directions of the triangle.
Ah, well, that's the problem. Obviously, it's damaged the sword. So he reckons he can fix it
With enough. Yeah, he reckons with enough heat and a hammer, he could probably bang that back together. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then we come.
I think we better have a look around and see if we can find something to burn. Set up a fire. Charcoal's not something I normally carry.
I might have a lightning spell left if we can find some wood.
Like the lightning that you use in your lightning spell, it's not incendiary. There's enough spells that catch fire to things. Lightning doesn't catch things on fire.
You could try spot welding with it.
Actually, are those fires in those skeletons still burning?
Actually, Tammy, you probably would be able to do it because these guys have done loads of clever things with spells before. If you got enough tinder and or straw or whatever and something set up and you built it properly, yeah, you could probably just start a fire with that spell. Might be a bit dangerous considering it bounces off the floor and then goes ping, 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 ping around a room. But
that's what I mean. Those are my above ground spells, but I've only got those ones left. We've not had time to change them.
I thought you'd done both your lightning bolts.
No, magic missiles.
No, you did them before we came underground.
Oh, you used one outside on the skeletons. I know she used one outside on the skeletons.
I've got cheesy fingers, but it's not cheese.
And one on the wolf.
Was it?
One on the wolf, definitely.
Oh,
Come on.
looks like you've used them both.
You haven't got burning hands, have you?
Cornaith had that. I remember him using that in a very cool way.
Well, Fargrim and Olgrim will have a kind of poke around and look around the debris and see what they can find in terms of usable stuff. I mean, there's an old barrel up.
Well, over here, there's a barrel there. There's a barrel there. Here where the cave-in is, there'll be bits of the trapdoor. The trapdoor was big and made of wood, so there'll be bits of wood in amongst some of this rubble somewhere.
Yeah.
But, and also, saying that, forget that, because that's covered in dirt. That's not going to be burning wood, is it?
Yeah, because the roof collapsed in there, isn't it?
Yes, that's wood. There'll be bits of wood in there, but there'll be rock and dirt covering it. It'll not be dry wood.
Okay. Well, we'll recover that barrel. What's in it?
This barrel here?
It had coins in it,
It was
didn't
full
it?
of coins, yeah.
Ah, right. Well, in that case, we'll keep the wood. Now, there was some more timber up the passageway, wasn't there?
Which
Yes,
direction?
there was a chest.
There's a chest here.
Well, I'd suggest we Well, the two brothers will wander up and suggest somebody comes along to keep an eye on things while they look for kindling and so on.
We come as a group.
Okay. I like the way you just moved them both together, David. That was beautiful. Great.
Any sign of flames still burning inside those skeletons? You know, in their rib cages.
How long ago did you kill them?
Probably about 15-20 minutes ago.
Well, even then, no. Nah, there'd be nothing left. They're totally fizzled out and dead.
Okay.
There's a concrete slab where the mummy rose from. There.
Surely somebody's got some flint or something in their bag. We've got people staying out overnight and stuff.
I'm just about his character sheet.
Let me see, because you started saying that you were going to be pretty anal about this, so.
Yeah, rations and stuff now, yeah.
You're anal and I'm lazy, and it's not a good mix because I don't bother writing fuck all on my page.
Well, Sneaky Nook's pack contains oil, flint and steel, and the bear is carrying some spare flasks of oil as well. So we've got plenty of flammable stuff.
Yeah, you can start a fire.
Yeah, Starrow's got flint and steel as well.
And with 2 expert smiths, I'm sure you could work that fire into something that heats. Remember, it's little bits of metal. It's little thin little replica swords on a little replica shield. They'll be small, 10 bits of metal.
The other
What's the mummy burnt up, by the way?
I don't remember. Did the mummy get killed by fireball? I don't think so. Wasn't it the bear that killed the mummy?
Okay. Well, should we burn this kind of thing?
Don't touch it. Don't touch it.
Yeah, it could be like sacred or something, or fucking come back alive or some shit.
Disease.
It may give you disease.
Oh, okay, yeah. Or I should know better than that, or they can give you fucking disease, yeah.
I think Darrow rolled religion for it last time to know if he knew anything about mummies, and he knew that they cause a disease called mummy rot.
So we can burn it, but we can burn it, but don't be moving it around or anything. It can be burnt on the spot.
Is that going to be your kindling for your fire for fixing Eleanor's holy
I was
symbol?
going to say, maybe we should burn it when we're leaving too. Like, I don't know if like something will happen when it gets burnt. Like,
I don't know, lad, but I do know that when he saw it, it had glints of gems in.
aye.
That's right, aye. So he had like a mummy wrap, right? But see where the eyes was, there'd be a big gem and a big gem there, and then it'd be like a line, like a line of gems down the front. It was a decorated mummy.
Yes, and it had at least one ruby in there, if you remember, because Schninkenuk started to slather with, enthusiasm.
Schninkenuk was
Darrow is just saying it's diseased.
Yeah, well...
but the jewels. I've got a nice red ring. I've got that nice... that would go beautiful with some stuff.
Well,
but maybe...
I suggest we burn it. I mean, if the jewels survive the burning, then they were meant to survive it. If not, well...
Like, knock them off before we burnt it.
Well, if they've been in those wrappings, I'm sure they'll be kind of cursed or something.
Burn them first, you're saying. I think I hear what you're saying.
The other thing we mentioned as additional firewood, this chest.
Okay. Do you want me to smash it up, lad?
Yeah, we smash it open.
You've not searched that chest yet, have you?
No.
It's got an arrow sticking in it.
Yeah, you shot it with an arrow because you were suspicious of mimics, as always. As all wise adventurers are now, everybody's heard of mimics.
Well, this party's met one.
Right, so let me know if anybody approaches and I'll tell you what happens.
Well, shall we burn this mummy thing first?
Well, how much...
what's to stop it getting back up again?
You're the smith. How much firewood do you need to... How much...
There's no firewood on this mummy, lad. But I think we should burn it. I don't like these.
It will burn as well. But if we're making a fire...
I'm not using that mummy as fire, lad. You just told me I don't want to be anywhere near those fumes.
Me neither. Like, I'm
so we can burn it later.
Later? What's to stop it getting up again?
It's been hacked to bits. That's what's stopping it.
We were talking about that gnome of yours getting up again until you decided he wasn't. What's to stop it getting up?
I thought the bear finished off the mummy, if I remember correctly. I think it was the bear.
Yeah. Oh, will he get mummy rot?
No, it's only, well, technically in combat, it's if it attacks you and if it hits you, you've got a chance of getting mummy rot. I think someone actually made a save in combat against it.
But what's happened is Darrow asked who was hit by it and did a cure disease on them.
Okay. That's right, yeah. That's right, and it was Fargrim or Ogrim, because right at the end of the session you were like, it was the last thing I remember from the video, you're like, who got hit by the mummy? And I told you and you were like, cure disease, and that's exactly where I finished the video, just you going, cure disease! It's total funny.
Right.
Okay, well, we've got 5 flasks of oil, and Fargrim's just suggesting that we just burn the mummy to get rid of it and deal with the problem.
Now, Fargrim and Ogrim would know that for what, or whoever passed the check, right, whichever one of them passed the check, would know that there's enough wood on a chest to make enough fire to make enough heat to sort a couple of rivets out for a couple of little fake little swords.
Yeah.
Well, Fargrim will try and leave the chest open.
Okay, so excuse me, I've got gas from the old Nelson. When Fargrim opens the chest, he sees a plethora of gold coins, and he's a dwarf, you can tell straight away there's platinum in amongst that as well.
So,
Aye, but
Now,
if I tip it out...
when he opens the chest, Olgrim sees on the stone slab here, where the mummy was, he sees little wisps of light tinkle up off the thing, but then nothing else.
Fargrim, what do you do, lad?
Just
brother.
like a little
Just
magical
open his
little
chest.
bit of light, like a little puff of magical light smoke comes off the bit of stone, but nothing else happens. That's it.
Hey, Andy McCall, what happened there? Kiara, do you know?
I'd give
Some sort of magic.
I'd give anybody that's got spellcraft as a non-weapon proficiency a chance to understand what it was.
Let me check it. Let me check
I
myself.
think Darrow has it.
I mean-
I think Kiara might have spellcraft.
Let me talk my way into this.
I'm sure somebody's got spellcraft. If anybody's got
I do.
spellcraft,
I
there you
do.
go. If you succeed on a non-weapon proficiency, I'll tell you what that was.
It's me. Right, hold on, let me go. Come on, first roll. Come on.
Okay,
Hey.
so you understand that was, when Fargrim opened the chest, that was what was supposed to activate the mummy. Obviously, it got pre-activated when Darrow hit it in the foot with something. He chucked a hammer at it, that's right, I broke its toes. So,
But does that,
if it hadn't
So-
been prematurely awakened, that's what would have happened. When that chest was opened, the mummy would have sprung up.
right, well, let's empty this chest.
Okay, so you know that in that chest there is roughly... right, has anybody got appraisal non-weapon proficiency then, actually? And I'll give you a more accurate.
No, we'll just take
that-
some handfuls.
If anybody's got appraisal as a non-weapon proficiency, I'll let you quickly try and work out how much is there with just one glance, is what I'm saying.
Well, we'll basically tip it into things.
Okay,
Well, how heavy is the chest?
so...
If it's not that heavy, we'll just pick it up and carry it down to the room at the end, and we can then start breaking it up for wood while somebody counts the coins.
It weighs about as
I
much...
think we really need to. Sorry, guys.
There's 3 dwarfs in the party. I would say that you can work out that chest weighs about as much as a chest with 1,700 coins in it, roughly.
170 pounds.
Yes, that's the one. Plus the weight of a chest, so £10 or whatever, so £180.
Yeah, so 2 of us between us can dwarf handle
You can
it
easily
down the
tip it
corridor.
over or pull it down a corridor or whatever, yeah.
Yeah.
2 of it, easy.
So we'll empty the contents. We might as well carry it with us.
Gold scatters all over the floor. Yeah, there's well over 1,000 gold there, maybe a couple of hundred platinum.
I would say we're going to put... We've got time to put it into bags and copy it and whatever.
Up to you.
Kiara's curious about what we have to carry all this gold with us. We have to carry Sninky. He's gonna have to.
Who's carrying poor Snakenook's body or
Well,
little burnt little bits of leg and stuff? Who's carrying that?
Kiara is going to take it and very carefully put him and strap him on to Charlemagne's harness on the back, on the back of Charlemagne's harness.
Well, remember...
Maybe tie him on with a couple of our scarves or something too.
Are you going to cover it up at all? Because it's a burned, charred stump at the moment.
That's what I'm saying. She's going to take him and carefully, and I might tie him on with a couple of my scarves that I've got. So I'm going to make sure he's done all nice and he's comfortable and stuff, because we're going to get him better.
Just to be clear for the
I
viewers,
was going to say, wait, we need to see if he regenerates.
well, just to be clear for the viewers, what he looks like. He's not just dead. He's got stumps for arms and no face. He's burned to death.
Has the hand?
Retcon. He doesn't have stumps for arms.
No?
Because the ring's still there.
Right, okay, he's at least got one arm is still in place, but he's wearing a ring of regeneration, and we had 2 weeks of deliberation over it, and the ring of regeneration is not enough to bring him back from death. In this instance, if it's fire or acid, it doesn't. Now, the difference between the ability to bring him dead back with a raise dead spell and a resurrection spell is the amount of body that's left, and there's not that much left of Snakenook, is what I'm saying.
But what I'm going to say is, Darrow is saying we've got to give time to see if the ring works.
Aye, you're still... Because you don't know that the ring's not going to work. You think it's going to bring him back.
I don't care. He's not... Either way, he's getting wrapped up nicely and put in here, and we'll keep him until we can get him help. So...
Okay. Well, what do you weigh? What does Sneaky Nook normally weigh? David.
I'll take some of the bear's stuff if he's too heavy, but I don't think he will be. Not for Charlemagne.
What does he normally weigh, David?
Sneaky Nook weighs 80 pounds.
So he weighs about 50 right now.
That's not too heavy for Charlemagne, is it?
And all his gear totals up to about 70.
We can split that between us.
Well, the battle Fargrim will have a look at his swords and say, "Hey, these are nice weapons. Anybody able to use them?"
Thing is, you're moving at dwarf speed now anyway, so that
Yes,
encumbrance isn't going to
saying.
matter on the faster characters.
So can Adam McCarr... What swords has Adam McCarr got?
He uses long swords.
He's got...
He uses long
He's
swords.
got one which he knows is not as good as the new sword that
That Sneaky Nook got.
Sneaky Nook got, because Sneaky Nook gave Adam McCarr one of those swords. Gave his old sword.
But does Andy McCarr want to wield his dead friend's sword?
We've got a better chance of being able to take him somewhere to be resurrected if we make use of his magic. He'll get it back as soon as we've got him there. But in the meantime, if there's stuff that can help us get through there,
Then
we should use it.
The things that are most optimal for people
That's
is the
what's
things that we should carry.
That's what's optimising. This is an example of optimising. Peter wants to optimise the use of that sword within the body. But then we go down to flavour and roleplay. Does Andy McCarr want to wield his dead friend's sword?
So.
And is Kiara going to let him? Then we go down. Then we go into roleplay.
Look, lass, we've got to get through here. We've already used some of the potions he was keeping because they're no use to him.
I don't care about us using his stuff, but just we should, whoever is going to be most useful to should carry that stuff. But
yeah, true.
Yeah, but don't talk about like you're passing out his stuff like he's not coming back.
No, lass. We've got to get through, and he's got some good stuff there. Leave the ring on because, as Darrow says, he might be coming back. But that rapier's better than anything I'm carrying. Now, if anybody can use that rapier, good luck to him. It's not my sort of weapon, but it'll certainly kind of do terrible things to creatures down here.
You can tell the masterwork quality of this rapier is exceptional.
Can I use a rapier?
Not my kind of weapon either, and my longsword is already a good longsword, so I'll stick with this one.
No, I think scimitar you've got proficiency in it.
Yeah, they're not similar kind of weapon.
No, not similar enough. A rapier's a longer, heavier slashing sword that's curved. Rapier's
He's a
that
little
long,
person.
pointy, stabby thing. Very different swords.
What does Eleonora use?
Long sword.
No, she uses a scimitar.
No, Eleonora uses a long sword.
Oh, Eleonora uses a longsword. So, let me check what her sword is.
I think she's got at least a +1 because she's got a +1 and she had decent armour as well right from the start.
So she could use... So Sneaky Nook's longsword...
Drowslayer? Please
Drowslayer.
get the name right.
is... We don't know... Well,
I think Drowslayer came from Fargrim, so he can tell her precisely what it is.
Yeah, he bought it there.
no,
You know that it's the
Drowslayer was
Drowslayer.
got in the next down.
Was that? No, you sure? Well, I think it was actually. It was because I'm watching the episodes and we're past Raskamir and you've not bought it yet, so.
Okay.
It wasn't from there. But no, Master Weaponsmith knows what it is. Master Weaponsmith knows that it's the Drowslayer. You've had it identified, or wherever you bought it, you know it's the Drowslayer. You know that it's going extra bonus against Drow, yeah.
So does the Master Weaponsmith think that used against anyone other than the Drow, is it any better Then Eleanor's sword.
No, if Eleanor's got a +1 longsword, then it's the same against everything else.
Against everything else.
So someone can carry it, but it's only worth using if we meet Drow.
Yeah.
Well, I'm happy to carry it in honour of sneaking up.
Yes.
The efficiency with it should use it then.
You're going to carry it in his honour, Trevor. Andy McCarr going to carry it in his honour like that.
Yep.
Yeah,
That's
I
a
would
good
like
reason
that
to carry
too,
it.
because Andy McCarr's an elf. She would trust them to be respectful.
The racism in this game is constant. It's fine.
It's unapologetic as well because it's fantasy.
It's unapologetic because it's fantasy, correct? It's dwarves and elves and that. It's okay.
Yeah.
Anything worthwhile? Anything else? Look, there's a mask.
Yeah, the Mask of Shadows. Now, the Mask of Shadows survived the explosion.
Yep.
Was it the Helm of Comprehend Languages that got destroyed in the explosion?
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
And what can we remember of what the Mask of Shadows did?
It's plus
I can't
20.
remember much, but Kiara's looking at it like.
It's plus
that's
20.
quite
It's
cute.
plus 20% hide and shadow skill to anybody, so non-thieves can use it and get 20% base skill. They can't do anything more than 20%, but a non-thief would get a 20% hide and
So
shadows.
someone's
roll.
better taking it and having a percentage chance because we have no sneaking to do or hiding shadows now.
It's
So
someone
should
who-
do that.
At the
For
moment,
someone who's not in armor, it may be useful.
at the moment, none of you
Somebody-
have any hide and shadow ability. It would be useful for somebody to use potentially.
Yeah.
And
who's
again,
gonna do the
I am
best?
I am stealthy. Being an elf,
I was going to say,
if I was on my own,
I
I'd be
was gonna
stealthy.
say that it not maybe
Yeah.
best for Andy's car. Kiara,
So- Yeah,
I've
so
got Elven chainmail, so would I be able to wear it and still be armoured?
Yeah, it doesn't affect anything else. It's a magical item that gives plus 20% to hide in shadows, but to anybody. A non-thief can wear it. It's an expressionless face mask. It covers your face. Nobody can see your face when
think,
you're wearing it. You might have to make.
Kiara
You might
likes
get.
this.
You might
Likes
get
the
a
idea of this.
penalty on your charisma check if you're in the pub, like. But
Oh no, I like the idea of this.
yeah, it
I don't
magically
know,
gives you a
I mean,
20% bonus to hide in shadows,
we're-
even if you don't have hide in
we're-
shadows.
If we're properly going to min-max what we're doing, then
You might stick that
we
on.
either put the most stealthiest person, which I think would probably be Andy McCarr, like in my head it would be, or we
Yeah.
get one of the best armoured people because it's going to be the person who's up front and meeting trouble first.
Well, while you
yeah, but
discuss it, I'm
we're
going to the
clanking
fridge.
along.
I'm not clanky though.
The best armored people are clanking along.
The Battle Brothers are both wearing full plate mail, so they're
Kara's-
a bit
Kara's
noisy.
offended. Kara's offended as fuck that you've called her clanky now. Like, she's like, how dare you? For our little, or just our she is though. She's fucking -1 armor class, I think.
Look, when you lot have finished squabbling, would one of you mind going and burning that that mummy? Me and my brother will get this fire started, and then if Darrow and Eleanor can start praying over the symbol, we'll try and fix it. All right?
Yeah. What we
guessing-
can use...
I'll burn the mummy if you let me just light a torch of your fire, so I don't have to start a fire.
I will say, yes, we light some of the wood. We may have the barrel as well to burn if necessary. And then...
Take the fire and burn the thing.
Well, without touching the mummy, can I have a look at the gems that were on it? Does it look like I might be able to recover them by kind of pushing them away with a sword?
That was my thinking too.
Yeah. No rule required to get that kind of knowledge, yeah. Just looking at it, yeah, you could probably, even if you just like hacked at the thing with a sword until it came away, do you know what I mean? Yeah.
Yes, or-
It's a
yeah,
gem,
with-
it'll survive getting bashed about by a sword.
With a knife or something, yes, just to
Yeah.
move the
Yeah.
gems away
I'd say so.
from the mummy.
I'd say, just like anything, roll a 1d20, and if you roll a 1, you fuck it up and you've touched the mummy. Just for fun and flavour, as always.
First, yeah. Oh yes, that was my
I'll-
thinking too.
I'll give it a try.
Aye. Okay. Roll a 1, it'd be fun. Ooh, 7.
Oh, I've got good dexterity.
Yeah. That was only a 1, you were going to fuck it up. That's just that chance because you're in the middle of a dungeon, your friend just died, you're shaky a little bit and nervous, like, that was your chance to fuck up.
I'll separate the gems from the rest of the mummy, and then we can burn the mummy once we've
How
recovered
long?
the loot.
How long do the Battle Brothers reckon it will take for them to repair this thing?
I don't know, lads. Have to try. I mean, what prayers are you gonna have to say over it to re-enchant it or kind of dedicate it or whatever you do?
I'd say right, every hour you can try. Each one of them can both try. Right, so this is how we'll do it. Once per hour, it takes an hour for them to try, and each of them gets a try. And if they succeed their weaponsmithing or their armor smithing roll, either one of them, then it's done. If they both fail, it'll take another attempt, another hour, and another attempt each.
Right.
Okay. Is that their current skill or nominal value? I mean, I don't know.
They're going to have the bonuses on it, right? So if you're level 6, how many non-weapon proficiencies do you have? You start with 4, and you get another one at level 3, and another one at level 6. So you've got 6. Weaponsmithing and armor smithing take 2 or 3 each. So plus however many. Somebody quickly look in the rules for that for me.
Can I just correct that? Rod, you've been saying to me that...
Oh, that's right. It's at level 4 and at level 7, yeah, sorry. So they've got the 4 starting and 1 more.
Number plus 1.
They've got 5. 5 slots, however many slots it takes, plus however many they've got left over is their bonus. I can look that up. I have got the rulebook here.
Except how many non-weapon proficiencies do they get at first level?
4.
Well, you've only given them 1.
Right, okay, so they've got 4, 5. So they've got 5.
So that's plus 5 on their...
I'm not sure because I think it might take 2 slots. If you give me a second, I'll go to proficiencies. I think weaponsmith and armorsmith might take a couple of slots.
I'm open at the right place, and warrior skill weaponsmithing takes 3 slots.
Yep.
Aha.
Thought so.
Armorer takes 2 slots.
Yep, I thought so. I thought they took a few. So 3 plus 2 for the weaponsmith and 2 plus 3 for the armorsmith, or whatever Peter said.
Yes.
Yeah?
Yes.
Okay. Well, there's an extra non-weapon proficiency that the armorsmith needs to use for languages, because he's only got 2 according to intelligence. So therefore, one of his non-weapon proficiencies would have to go for that.
That's fine, because they're merchants, so that's how they're built in as well.
Okay, so therefore they both get plus 1 from first level, plus another from level, so they'll get plus 2.
Cool.
So they both got plus 2 on this.
Thank you. So that's that sorted. They've got plus 2 on all weaponsmithing and the armor smithing rolls. So it just needs one of them to succeed, and it takes an hour, and it's done. Whenever you want to do it.
Let's try the first hour.
Yes, so in the meantime...
Yep. That's a failure.
Daro's going to be resting. Oh, no, there is one other thing. Daro is going to try to encourage... What's-her-face, Eleonora, to see if she can cast a spell using his holy symbol.
Oh, using his holy symbol, right, okay. Well, anyway, they both failed their rolls, so they'd spend an hour trying and fail.
Yes, but as I said, in the meantime, Daro is going to encourage her to try to use one of her remaining spells.
Okay, so she is going to take his holy symbol.
Yes.
And try to cast. What's she going to try to cast in?
She's got a cure light wounds left. Who's the most wounded in the party?
I think, well, Daro, you're just under half, which is a lot.
A lot
to be down. Olgrim's under half, which is a lot to be down. Fargrim's under half, which is a lot to be down. Yeah.
Chiara's already
Charlemagne's
21 to 33.
Chiara's on 2/3. Eleanor's on 2/3. Charlemagne's on under a half. Charlemagne's just over a half. Sorry, Charlemagne's just over a half. And the Macar's on 2/3.
I'm just looking at the actual numbers. Everyone got at least 20.
No, not the bear.
Eleanor has a somewhat different attitude to the bear
from Darrow, yeah.
than Darrow.
Okay.
Darrow would certainly be going for people.
Yeah.
Eleanor's got a better relationship with the bear than Darrow.
He really does. Actually,
It's only because Darrow's always on the front line and ends up getting hit by accident by the bear when shit happens. That's all. That's the only reason they're not the best of terms.
I can't wait till the time that
Darrow also remembers that the bear attacked Cornaith.
Aye. But it was confused. It was hit with
I'm
confusion.
confused. We've all attacked each other when we've been under spells.
Yeah, you've been hit with confusion.
It's a dangerous creature.
Me and Andy McCarr have like fucked each other up doing tumbles and stuff before.
Yeah.
So Eleanor is going to try to cast a spell and see what happens.
Okay.
But you as DM have to decide whether she's got to do...
Oh, I already know.
Okay, what happens?
So Eleonora will take Darrow's little shield symbol in hand and she'll look at it, and it's unfamiliar but familiar. And she sees, instead of the 3 swords of Barrackthram, she sees the 3 axes. But she's known Darrow for some weeks now, some 40 episodes or so, and her faith in Barrackthram is strong, and for some reason she wants to go to Rockholm. She feels like Darrow's not making it up. Barrackthram is maybe dwarven as well as elven. She thinks that maybe she's just got enough faith in Barrackthram herself or himself or whatever, and she tries casting the spell, and she focuses and she closes her eyes and she starts to tremble, and Darrow, you feel kind of shivers and goosebumps, and it's the power of Barrackthram. You can almost feel it, and I want you to roll whatever it is, 1d8 or whatever it is, because it worked.
Come on, I knew it.
Darrow's holy symbol, with enough faith from Eleonora, channels the energy of Barrackthram wherever it comes from, and Charlemagne is healed for 3 hit
points. Feeling
points.
the faith of Barrackthram as well, like she's starting to pay attention now.
So that puts 3 points into the bear.
There you go. I'll add that.
Okay.
And one more question for the GM.
Let's go.
So...
Wait, it's a good job that worked, because both the brothers failed their proficiency check and failed to make a new holy symbol for her.
So 3rd level... Can you demote spells?
What do you mean? And if you've only got a 3rd level slot left, use a 2nd instead? No. I'm already generous enough with free casting for priests.
Okay, so there isn't a 3rd level cure as far as I know.
No.
So that spell she can't.
So she can save it for a cure disease or whatever instead.
Yes.
Or speak with dead.
You
do have a dead member in the party.
Now, the next thing that I want stuff from the DM.
Yep.
Recovering spells.
Yep. You need at least 8 hours of full rest. And meditation.
And... So if we do 8 hours of rest, will we be able to recover our spells whatever the time of day?
Yeah.
No.
No. Okay, so you need 8 hours of rest and then it to be the next day. So however many hours of rest plus 8 hours. Because you can't just do 8 hours, or you could rest 3 times in a 24-hour period. You can only do it once in a 24-hour period.
For us to re-thingy your spells.
Yeah.
So we've actually got to...
You're probably going to hunker up for at least 12 hours.
God loves a trier, but
12 to 14
I think
hours
some of us
probably.
would be sleeping, do you know what, if it's going to take 4 hours or whatever, Kiara would maybe
Thing is, you need your meditation, and you're going to need a lot of prayer and meditation and strength from Barrackthram, and you're going to need some fucking sleep as well. You've took a batter in the last hour or so.
Right.
Really, yeah. So if you rest and pray, and Andy McCarr studies and Kiara studies to get new spells or whatever, it's going to be the next morning, even though we're still in the afternoon today. It's going to be like a 16-hour.
Clarify something, Trevor? Did you say Andy McCarr had all his spells left?
Yeah, so
Okay.
I've got most of my spells. There's
Guess who's on guard duty?
Are pretty useless. They need.
You need a regen spells, yeah.
Can I also clarify about changing spells?
Yeah.
Even if you've got most of your spells, Trevor, as Andy McCarr, are you wanting to change any of them, any of those you haven't cast?
Possibly.
I mean, the less you have to change, the less rest a mage needs.
So can we change spells that we haven't used then?
Yeah. You can completely delete what you've
okay.
got and start again, yeah. So a mage has to... So this is the big difference. A mage has to decide every night what spells are ready tomorrow. Priest doesn't. Priest free casts in my game. They've got levels. They've got 3 3s, 6 2s and 10 1s or whatever, and they can do that many.
But what I'm saying is, if we're resting but not thinking, does that mean that I can change spells that I have now that I haven't used? So I've got 2 first level slots, 2 second level slots. I've used both my thirds, so...
Yeah, you can completely change everything, even ones you've used, ones you've not used,
let's
yeah.
Go. Okay. And maybe what's Darrow doing?
Darrow's cast all of his spells.
Darrow's going to need a full rest. Everybody's going to need a full rest.
Is Darrow going for a snooze?
So Darrow needs full rest.
I'd say everybody needs a full rest.
Needs nearly full rest.
Well, the thing is,
we basically need shifts.
Because you need shifts, that's going to mean that it's going to be a 16-hour rest for everybody to get a full sleep, and for everybody to study, and everybody to do it and pray. Then that's why we're going all the way through to the next morning. From the afternoon, it's the next morning by the time
This is why I had said, are we doing this and like strongholding a room here to rest up? That's why I had asked, because I feel like that's the best idea. So if we find a room that's only got one entrance or exit...
So the south...
This one?
Basically, no, it's basically from here, from where we formed up, south, there's only one... So where we formed up to fight the undead, south, there's no other exit from that area.
So anywhere from here in, you're golden, you reckon? There's nothing behind you?
Yes.
Yeah.
What about that fucking big empty gap here that goes down this big fucking dark tunnel in this room? What about this?
I think that's just a cave-in, isn't it? The bit over there.
This is the cave-in
right
here.
then.
No, that's nothing. That's nothing, right? So see that? That's the same as that. It's a dirt wall. Yeah? Don't worry about that. That's a dirt wall.
Do we trust it's
Right
actually just that though?
Well, it might be safer just to use this one here, because we know that there's not much where there could be like secret passages that ghouls might creep in.
Where did you go there, Trevor?
Yes.
Where did you stay under the car? Sorry.
There's this one up at. Can you see me pinging it?
Oh, I see you there. Yeah,
The one with the barrel in.
Oh yeah.
Sorry, that's probably big enough for all of us, isn't it?
Definitely.
But we can...
Yeah.
And we can have the guard in the next room, or some people looking. So people can be sleeping in here, and the guard can be here.
Your guards can be can be wandering from here to here. They can do a little patrol.
Or like round a little circle. Yeah. Somebody walking, somebody watching.
Yeah, you're going to walk a little perimeter when you're guarding anyway, aren't you?
Yeah, I walk and watch, so 2 people on guard at a time.
Well, you guys know that if you do a full rest in here, I'm going to roll a percentage that there's a wandering monster.
And
obviously,
do we want 3 shifts of 2 people?
Yeah. Can we?
And one other thing to clarify: 4 people to regain all their spells. Has the 8 hours rest got to be continuous?
Yeah, so you're going to need to do 8 hours rest plus your guard shift. That's why it's going to take us all the
So,
way to tomorrow
yeah,
morning to do a rest.
either
Well-
needs to go first or go last.
Yeah, but hold on. My question was, does the 8 hours rest have to be continuous?
Yeah.
Yes.
So in that case, the 2 non-spellcasters have to do the middle watch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's
And
David's character.
I suggest 1 cleric and 1 arcane caster in each of the other 2.
You need to start saying people's names,
You
Peter.
could put
because
me. You could put me
I don't know what you're
first.
fucking talking about.
You could put me on first watch because I've still got most of my spells. So
Yeah.
that means if we encounter anything, I'll have spells to attack.
And
So Ander Makar and Ellen and Eleonora on the first watch.
Yes.
Yeah,
Battle
Darrow and
Brothers
Kiara on the
middle,
last one.
and-
Kiara should, she needs to go on the last one because I need to regain more hit points and I need to change up my spell slots first because none of mine are useful just now.
Okay.
Yeah, so Kiara and Charlemagne on the last watch
On the last one.
Darrow.
Yeah.
with Darrow.
And Darrow.
Yeah.
Yes.
So, Anna McCarr and Eleonora on the first watch then. So, guys, get yourself into the room.
So that's 12 hours then.
Yeah?
Yep.
No,
12
you,
hours total.
like, total for all the rest. No, we're talking more. So, you're in the
Yeah.
afternoon and we're going all the way through to the morning. For everybody to get a continuous 8 hours rest plus all the studying and everything.
We need this before we get down here too, so we're also going to have to make sure that we have some food.
Hold on,
You'll
Ryan.
be eating as
The
well.
point of putting the 2 brothers in the middle watch is their 8 hours rest doesn't have to be in one lump.
Alright, okay. So, it's done in 12 hours.
Aye, so they can
Yeah,
either
sorry,
rest
yeah,
for
yeah.
4 hours and then try again for however many.
Yeah, okay.
Or
okay,
we can,
okay. 12 hours then. Okay. Now, for
But first of all, we have to see how long they take to fix the holy symbol, although it's less urgent now.
But they'll be doing that on the middle watch. First watch, I'm going to have to roll a random dice for a wandering
Well,
monster.
Can you move Sneaky Nick's body in beside me and the bear, please?
And can we move the 2?
Yeah. Here we go.
So Anna McCarr and Eleanor on the first watch. I'll want Trevor, I guess, then to roll a 1d100, and this is to see if anything happens in the night. And I'm going to have to... Excuse me, I haven't wrote a table, so we'll have to find one or just roll a dice and randomise it if you get under a certain percent.
Oh, this looks a bit low.
It was 10%. You didn't trigger anything. I was going to be generous and give you 10%. You very nearly made something happen in the first watch, right? Okay. So, for the first watch, Eleonora and Anna McCarr spend it wandering around. Fargrim and Ogrim are resting. Kiara is studying. Charlemagne is resting. And
Well, no, do I not have to sleep first? Because
Yes.
yeah, oh, you do,
I
because your 8
can't-
hours has to be continuous, right? Okay, so you're resting. And nothing else happens. The first shift passes without incident. So Fargrim and Ogrim, first of all, I want them to roll 1d. Is it an 8 hour shift they're doing? No.
No, 4 hours.
4 hour, right?
Four.
I want,
Everybody's doing a
yeah,
4 hour
I can
shift.
have 8 hours
right,
together.
okay. So roll 1d4 first. And this is if the random encounter happens, this is in what hour of the 4 it would happen. So in the second hour, roll 1d100 and you've got a 10% chance. Oh. No, that's a critical success, isn't it?
Success,
yeah, 'cause it's the other
Right,
side of
I
fail.
thought success
So,
first.
let's say Barrack Thram is smiling upon the party and everybody that's resting gets an extra +1 hit point.
Yeah, I was feeling the fucking Barrack Fram.
Well, the
Just
Battle Brothers are
measuring.
working on a holy job, aren't they? Repairing that symbol.
Plus,
So,
things are getting hairy and you need all the help you can get. That critical success has to go somewhere. Barrack Thram is smiling upon you. You all get an extra +1 hit point.
What did
So
I
we
gain
get one-
back anyway from sleep? Sorry.
Yeah, you would all gain +1 anyway, but it's +2 now.
Yeah. So I would gain 2 points back, one from rest and one from Barrack Fram.
Yeah.
Bless Barrack Fram.
Nice.
Yeah, that is feeling it.
Nice roll, David. Right, okay, next watch. It's Kiara and Darrow in the last watch, isn't it?
And Charlemagne. Although Charlemagne will probably just carry on sleeping.
Right, who wants to roll
No,
one?
he would get up and wander. He can.
Right, you can roll 1 dice each. Somebody roll the 1d4. Right, Tavi's rolled a 2, so Peter roll 1d100. And we've not had any incidents, so please get under 10.
Is it still 10%?
Oh, nah, 10%. So you've successfully survived the night without any wandering undead disturbing the peace, and you all gain an extra +1 hit point from Barrack Thram or herself.
Nice.
1 second. We need to check and see whether or not the Battle Brothers managed to repair that holy symbol.
Yes, sorry,
Yes,
that was in the
do.
middle. I should have done that in the middle watch.
And we
Sorry.
then get another point from resting.
Yes, you get +2. You all get +2 from resting. Okay, so David, you can roll the rolls for the non-weapon proficiency checks to see if they make it on their second attempt at making.
Okay,
at
+2
fixing-
on this.
Yeah, at fixing Eleonora's holy symbol. Finally, weaponsmith. So who's that? Fargrim. He's
That's Fargrim.
Fargrim's managed to finally, after a couple of attempts, put this holy symbol back together for Eleonora. She, although the strength of Barrack Thram and her faith in Barrack Thram was strong enough that she managed to cast a spell through Darrow's holy symbol, she now has hers back. GG.
So, Kiara would like to have had a conversation with Darrow while they were on watch, very quietly.
Go for
obviously.
it. Go for it.
So I'd be explaining to him like once I've got like my slots back for all my spells, but what I had myself armored with for here was not good. What do you think that I should start changing?
So my understanding,
So things like my lightning bolt, so hypnotic pattern, charm person, my mind ones, they don't seem to work very well on these fucking zombie people.
undeads do not have minds.
Yeah, they're all out of the question, those spells for all undead, pretty much.
So she'd just be asking, she's like, since those kind of spells don't work, do you think I should? How do you think I should?
So you should, I don't know what else we may meet once we get down below where the undead
I
are.
want to
But
keep
as long as we're in the haunted area, then you want magic that doesn't depend on the opponent having a mind.
Okay, so magic missiles, of course I'm going to keep. And she'll look at Darrow, she'll be like, enlarge has been helpful. But I don't know if it'd be helpful down here.
Well, you can cast it on the bear again.
We
And
can
it
always
would-
do with big dwarfs and big bears.
Yeah, it will make people do more damage.
Yeah. So that's probably a good one to keep for us. I think I might do some damage with this lightning bolt in these little creviced rooms. I'm not sure that I have much control over what happens when those things go.
I think I saw it bounce back off when you cast it at the skeletons. I thought I saw a bit of it rebound. So be careful.
It seems like a live one. I'm not sure if it would. I don't have much control over it.
Be careful that it doesn't rebound onto one of us.
I watch your
Yeah.
angles.
So my web, if I'm front and center, is good. I remember trapping people, and it did us okay when I trapped those. Was it the skeletons? Up on the thing, and then we got them.
And were rats. They've nailed some were rats with a web spell once as well. It's been very handy.
But what we have to hope is we don't meet undead. Some undead are incorporeal, and they'll be able to walk through barriers like web, float through barriers like web,
Ghosts
as if it
and
was
stuff.
not there.
Yeah, ghosts,
Handy for
vampires.
the monsters, though.
So for things like the mummy, it would work against the mummy, would get caught in it, and then would set fire to the web, and that would be burning, and it will burn the mummy. So
The
that
burning
would be
might be
good.
helpful down here. Yeah, right.
But against undead, against shadows,
Ghosts, shadows.
Okay.
then
Spectres.
it will do nothing. So you can have a web spell, but check what you use it against. What we've met so
Right.
far, you can use it against.
So, I've got
Make sure it's got a body, is what he's getting at. It's not going to work on a ghost.
yeah. So what I'm saying, so I have two first slots that are spare because I'm keeping my 2 magic missiles. Should I fit one one spell that I have a sleeping one is that I have is charm person, but they're not helpful.
So
And I
sleep and charm person, no.
And I
Enlarge
feel-
is a possibility.
So is it best to have enlarge, and 2 magic missile first level?
Or 3 magic missiles and 1 enlarge, or
That's what I
Can
would
I
go
do
with.
that?
Like, that's
Can I do that? Wasn't sure if I could up my magic missiles. Like, I'm gonna do that then and change
And-
my charm person that I've got there to.
in this situation, if I was Kiara, my arsenal would be level 1, 3 times magic missile, 1 times enlarge. Yeah.
I'd like to say as well that this role play is half for Kiara and half also for myself because I'm still
yes.
just getting to
Learning
grips
how to
with things,
optimally
so-
use your stuff.
If you
yeah.
wanted
Yeah,
to,
yeah.
if you wanted to, you could have 4 magic missiles.
There's no hard.
Yeah,
Your
I
magic
think that-
missile's really good now because you get 4 bolts
So
of
I get 4 shots,
Yeah.
and it's a thingy hit, isn't it?
automatic hit. Yeah.
Yes.
Anything
Yeah,
that
but-
does hit it
So
automatically
you
hits.
could have 4. It wouldn't be stupid to have 4 magic missiles, but 3 magic missiles and an enlarge gives you a bit more flexibility.
So my second level that I have, web, scare, hypnotic pattern, and knock is what I have available to me, and I have web already, and I've got another 2 slots after that. So
Not the one that opens
Unfortunately, it
chests and
looks
doors.
like it probably all web or 2 webs and a knock.
would somebody remind me of the knock?
When you cast knock, it'll open all doors and locks in a certain area, in a radius.
That would
So
be helpful.
we find the way down, and it's through a door and we can't open the door.
Yes, that is
That
100%.
knock will do it.
Well, you don't
So
have a
it's a
lockpick anymore.
utility.
You don't have a lockpick anymore. He's dead.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, let's do it. She's going to change that now. So I've got another one. I've got scare. Should I just put another web? Do you think?
2 webs and a knock is my suggestion. Other people can express their opinions. For example,
Yeah.
on role-playing, Anna Carr might have an opinion, but
But
yes,
she took the watch with Darrow though. That's why she's asking Darrow.
yes, okay.
Yeah. And because also she appreciates now that he's like he's
Yes.
a war thingy dwarf. This is his like mission thing. He knows more likely what we're going to encounter down here. Kiara's like quite young and she's lived all her life above.
Is she finally realising that? Wait a minute, this guy's tactically
Yeah,
sound. He knows
she
what I'm
needs
doing. I'm going to
wisdom a little
listen.
bit,
I'm
yeah.
going to listen to him. Actually, you know what? He's right. This I should listen to him. She's finally clicking on 40 odd episodes in with him.
And
50 odd.
third,
Tammy joined in 4. 50 odd episodes in. She's like, yeah. I'm going to listen to him actually.
But yeah, she is.
level spells, and is lightning bolt the only one you've got?
Yeah, it is. So I've got this thing here that says scroll armor level 3, and I do know that I've asked about it before, but
No.
I have to.
What that is it can cast you. Oh no, you're wearing that armor anyway. So
Yeah, I don't.
The armor spell was before you had that armor. It's a spell called Nath used a few times.
To lower your
I don't
armor.
know whether Andrew McCarr's able to use it.
I think he does have
It's
it.
on a scroll, isn't it? So it's on a scroll, and it's a magic person can read this.
Yes, yeah. Armor is a first level spell, but what that level 3 means is it's got the effect of it being cast by a third level caster.
So if you were to take that scroll and learn it and copy it into your spell book, you would just have armor as a spell per standard. But if you were to cast that as a one-off casting, no matter what level you are, it would rip off at third level because it was a third level writing.
Okay. I know I have asked this before, but
can I just point out? Can I just point out, please?
Yeah.
We have a spell book, Essel's spell book, which has got armor in it.
That's right.
So if you want to learn it, you can learn it from that spell book without destroying the scroll.
There you go. Yeah.
I thought the armor already had it.
Have you learned armor? Is it in your spell book?
No, listen, I think for me to be able to learn armor, I have to stop next session and do it in a and I have to roll to. Do I have to not roll my chances for having been able to memorize it?
Yeah.
Yeah, but it has to. When we're in the town.
Well, no, you've had a full shift. It's written in somebody's spell book. It's written in that SL. Have you got read magic ready? Though no, you have to have read magic as well. Sorry, so no, you can't just instantly
that's what I mean. I have to often have the time to do it, and I have to roll for the chances, don't I? So
to do it from someone else's spell book, you would have to cast read magic as well. So yeah,
when Andrew McCarr and I sit and try to learn the spells that we've bought, don't we?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm stuck with lightning bolt, but if I just try to remember not to panic and let it off, because I haven't got much control over it. That's a fiery one. So we
I would just watch your angles, is what I'll say.
Yeah. And are you including Are you including your ring of wizardry slots in that as well?
Yeah.
Kiara? It's in her sheet. Like her slots are connected to that.
Yeah, she is including them.
Good.
Because bards don't get that number of spells.
Yeah, it's a healthy amount of
Trevor,
spells.
have you sorted out Anna McCarr spells?
Yeah, I swapped a sleep out for a magic missile.
Nice. Yeah, good plan.
Nice.
The other one I've got, second level one, is scare, but I don't know whether. I mean, it might be useful if we encounter something that's not undead.
Yeah.
Have you got any other second level spells?
Web.
Well, I've got 2 webs
I haven't got
ready.
much else.
Is the web more valuable than a scare when you're likely to be facing undead?
It might be worth one of us having a scare. I haven't got much else anyway. Apart from invisibility. Oh, flaming spear.
There's undead. Where there's undead, there might be.
Flaming spear's worthwhile.
Well, perhaps I'll swap flaming sphere in then.
Flaming spear's a brilliant spell. Has Andy McCarr ever cast that in the game? I know Cornette
No, I don't think he has yet.
Nah, it's a cool spell, man. It's basically a mini fireball. It doesn't do that much damage, but you can move it around. Like, you can remote control it. You can go right that way, and you can move this little flaming thing around. Cool spell.
Yeah, I'll put that in. I'll put that in.
It could have set a mummy on fire.
Well, that's true.
It's a very handy spell. So, if you have decided all your spells and that, if we're going to take a rest and call it the next day, should we take our half-time break since it's just about 9:30?
Yeah, could I quickly ask why I can't untick? Oh wait, I can now. Sorry, my bad.
Okay.
Must have been roll, funny.
Okay,
Apologies.
now I should go and untick all of the clerical spells that have been cast on both character sheets. I can do that during the break.
Do that during
That's
the
what I
break.
thought I wasn't able to do. I was like, why is this not coming off?
Right, everybody can get a cup of tea in the bathroom, and we'll be back in 2 minutes. So, we're back. And everyone finished the watch, got rest, got an extra healing point from Barakthram. The brothers finally figured out how to bolt together a new holy symbol for Eleonora. And how many days to court is it with the correction?
It will
30
now
now.
be 30 days to court.
Sweet. It's 30 days to court, and let's say, and you don't know because you are stuck underground. It's
I was just about to say,
sometime the next day.
Yeah, like, are we aware of like what time roughly it is? Would there be something?
Not really.
The sun would be your timekeeping, wouldn't it?
Yeah, there's no sun.
Sun
Stinky
would be
Nook,
a couple days
Stinky Nook would have had a great idea what time it is. The dwarves have got a slightly better conception of what time it is than the rest of you, but they're still not sure. It's the next day, as far as you think. As far as you can tell, it's the next day, yeah.
Okay.
But you're underground, you've had a long time just resting after a short time going like fuck fighting, so really you're not that sure.
Instead, we had some supplies, have we?
You've ate, you've ate, because you've been resting for 12 hours. You probably even ate twice. You'll have had a meal before you slept and a breakfast as well.
Asleep and then something. Yeah, nice. Okay.
Yeah, so 1 day's rations and 1 day's water for everybody, because it matters now. Now we're counting.
Who's tracking? Has somebody got a group tracker, or are we doing individual?
I think we established everybody's got a week's worth before you went underground, so you've got 6 days each now, eh?
Yeah, but are we tracking off our own? That's what I'm asking.
Well, if I just keep track of how many days everybody used, and then if we run into a problem, fine.
Yeah.
Because don't forget, we have another 7 days sitting on Stinky Nook's in Stinky Nook's backpack.
Yeah.
That's right. You've got, but that's 7 days between how many people? You've got another 1 day in Stinky Nook's backpack.
I know. So it's another day between us all.
You've got another day between you and Stinky Nook's backpack.
So take off.
And that's without eating Sneaky Nook.
That's before you eat Stinky Nook, correct?
6 days.
Thanks for that, Trevor. As if the description of his dead body wasn't grim enough. Like, I lost half my viewers on Twitch when I described his dead body, by the way.
It was when the massacre happened to his family that killed me. Like, that's what I keep thinking about when I keep thinking about his little body.
Those damn drow. Those damn drow.
Well, they're probably behind all the haunting of this castle.
I'm going to change. It says Stinky Nook RIP. I'm going to change it to Stumpy Nook. Because he's just a wee burnt stump now.
Kiara has no idea what Twitch is.
Covered in the ash of his cigars.
Yeah.
The
cigars got ruined in the explosion as well, didn't they? Mm-hmm. So even if he gets resurrected, he's not going to have a cigar when he does so.
Oh.
Yes.
I just realised I still had crisps left while I was waiting on a pot noodle.
Nice. I've got some also. It's 30 days to court. It's sometime in the morning, you think.
And it's time.
It's after breakfast.
Take it away, dwarves and elves and half-elves.
And it's time to do some healing.
Oh, yeah. You've got all your healing spells back. So I do it as quickly as you can to not spend as much time on it so we can get back into the action.
So can people not be moving around? Because I have everyone on one screen.
Yeah, I'll go
so I could
you,
see what all the hit points were.
Right. Stop moving, everybody.
I was just trying to make it easier.
Right. How's that, Peter?
Yeah, that's...
By now, I've probably worked out that Sneaky Nook isn't coming back because he hasn't restored himself overnight.
In the 12 hours, Sneaky Nook has just kind of stopped smouldering, that's all.
Yeah, we stubbed him out.
Yeah, he's just no longer... He's not as warm anymore. He's just cold now, that's all. It's only
and the Macar is less than the whole spell down.
Kiara's got them all wrapped up. She'll be telling them it's okay, don't worry, we're gonna get you back, don't worry.
I need to add the 2 to the bear.
So there's 3 people who can take Cure Lights, which are Eleanor.
Have you added your +2 from last night, Darrow? Yeah. Ah, you have. Yeah.
Eleanor, Kiara. Has the bear been? Oh, the bear's got up too.
I gave him his 2 because he got healed before for 2, I think it was.
Okay, in that case, we'll forget the bear. The bear, like Macar, is less than the Cure Light down. So Kiara and Eleonora can each take a cure light.
Okay. Kiara first then. I'll be getting a good roll. Two.
And
Kiara,
now Eleonora.
Kiara, you take 2 heat points back. Eleanor takes 5. What's next, Darrow? Because you're doing all the, you do Eleonora as well. You do all the healing.
And another one into Kiara.
Nice.
Yeah, thank you.
You're all friends now and it's life or death, eh? Oh, nice. You get 7 back from that one. That's a much better one. I think that puts you... No, it's one short of full, isn't it? You're on 32. Yeah. One short.
That's
She's one short of full. Nice healing from Darrow. You're just about there.
Oh, I'm feeling a bit better now.
What's next, Darrow? Who's next? Who or what is next?
Hold on, let me mark the spells that have been cast.
Yeah. Well, that was 3 cure lights. 3 times 1. I've noted that as well.
And as an experiment,
Oh no, are we getting freaky with it?
Darrow tried with Eleanor, so both Darrow and Eleonora have tried with her new symbol.
Oh, so Darrow's gonna try casting a spell with Eleanor's holy symbol.
Yeah.
Right, okay. So as you do, you feel something extra again from Barakthram pushing that little bit harder through you. And Eleonora, and you even see, because obviously you look at Eleonora because you're using her holy symbol, and you see hairs on her back of her neck that you never saw before, obviously, because they're very faint and she's an elf woman. So you see the hairs on the back of her neck standing up, and something go through her as it works. And you managed to cast a spell through Eleonora's fixed holy symbol.
Hail Barakthram.
Now we're on to people
benevolent.
who can benefit from second level spells.
Aye, so the big ones: Darrow, Fargrim, and Olgrim.
And
Fargrim's the
yes.
lowest.
So,
as far as percentages, Fargrim's about equal with Darrow, but as far as actual points, Fargrim's the lowest.
Yeah, so if we go in alphabetical order.
Right, okay, so Darrow first. Is this Darrow healing Darrow or Eleonora healing Darrow?
They're both chipping in.
Okay, yeah, it doesn't matter anyway. Darrow gets... did you roll that? The 7? Or is that the last? No, that's the last one, sorry.
That's the last.
Good luck then.
So the first one each.
3. Oh, that's an unlucky roll, mate. Oh, and then a very good one. Okay. So we went in alphabetical order. So Darrow gets the 3. Fargrim will take 11. And Olgrim will take 6. Nice roll in the second roll, Peter.
And
thank you, lad. Thank you.
I will then do some marking off again of spells cast.
Okay. Now you've got Olgrim and Fargrim and Darrow all just a little bit above half. Still, after those. But the strength of Barakthram is good.
Yeah, and I'm just keeping an eye on how many second I reckon I can do... If I do the same again in another round of curing.
Nice, okay, so alphabetical order again.
I've just... let me look at what hit points. So Fargrim can take 22 more, Olgrim can take 28 more, Darrow can take 22 more.
They can all take
So
a full wrath of a cure medium.
So they can all... So again in alphabetical order.
Yep. Good luck with these rolls. Unlucky, mate. Not too bad. Decent. Unlucky on the first one. And you went alphabetical order. Starro again. For some reason, the strength and the faith Barathram's maybe like, I don't know. He's not forgotten about you, but you got a little unlucky on the heels on yourself, mate. You got the 3 and then the 2. If you've got anything left, maybe I'd suggest whipping off 1 more on yourself.
Hold on, I'm wanting again to go and look at
what you've got left.
Because I closed the things by mistake.
Yeah, okay.
Given I'm healing myself as well, it's quite fiddly bouncing around.
Yeah,
between 3.
Don't worry about it. We are using Roll20. We've all got multiple tabs open. It's not as simple as just scratching off a thing on a bit of paper. We go through a little bit extra effort so people on screen can watch, people on like stream can watch it.
These new things with bottles where they have the tops that stay attached.
Yeah,
it's supposed to be a milk on.
Coke, bottles of Coke and Coke Cherry that I get, they have it now, so it stays on and it gets recycled with the bottle. Yeah.
And Schweppes mixers as well.
Yeah, that's possibly why this is. It's Sprite. That's Schweppes, I think. Oh no, that's Coca-Cola. Coca-Cola, yeah. It's 7-Up then that's Schweppes.
Shut up! You're doing free advertising for people that do not need any extra free advertising. Watch RxOliver on Twitch and YouTube, people. Drink Coke because it's nice, but also watch RxOliver on Twitch and YouTube. Stop advertising Coca-Cola.
Red Bull send us a sponsorship, I'll take it.
I know, Red Bull, drink Red Bull.
Smoke Carling.
Smoke weed and drink
Go
Red
worship
Bull.
at Barrack-Thrum's church.
Worship.
You know it makes sense.
Smoke weed and drink Red Bull and worship Barrack-Thrum.
Smoke mushroom cigars.
Eat mushrooms and worship Barrack-Thrum.
Yes. Here, Kiara is really feeling this Barrack-Thrum just now, though. She's maybe gonna, like, when her and Eleonora have got some time together, she's got to ask Eleonora about like what this Elven Barrack-Thrum's.
I feel like Barrack-Thrum's presence has been strong in this session.
I seen what was happening between him and Eleonora and Darrow, and that was so rude. I apologise.
It's alright. I'm drinking beer, so I'm like constantly trying to hold the burps back.
So after those 9 spells, we've still got Olgrim down 20, Fargrim down 15, Darrow down 20.
Yep.
Yeah, I'd suggest stick some more into Darrow.
Yeah, I'll put 1 more in Darrow. Like, I'm suggesting it as a dungeon master and as your friend.
So do 1 more.
Good luck.
D10 plus 1 into Darrow.
Good luck, man.
Come on.
Oh, for fuck's sake. Why is Barrack-Thrum forsaking you when you're casting these spells on yourself, Darrow?
Maybe Barrack-Thrum's exhausted his power for just now too. Like maybe he needs time to recharge. I don't know. He's helping us a lot with these miracles.
You got some nice rolls there, but not when you were healing yourself, mate, eh?
No.
One of those days for Darrow already. It's fine. He's healed his companions.
And I've got to tick that off.
That's 1 more.
And Olgrim and Fargrim are definitely the front rank.
Yeah. Yeah, you played in a 2-1-3 formation, are you?
So
can one of
them take this mask?
I don't think it will do them much good. They're a bit unstealthy.
They're too noisy to hide in shadows, basically. It's not going to be any good to them, yeah. It's only good to somebody that's sneaking off on their own. It's not any good to really any of them.
Okay.
Well, it would be to maybe a couple of you if you were like you or Adam McCarr.
Eleanor.
If you switch your role, or even Eleanor. No, not Eleanor, because she wears like plate mail. Carries a big shield, and a big sword. Yourself or Andy McCarr, you could take on the role of the person that wears that, and you could sneak around, yes. But for the rest of the party, the people in your group, it's pretty much useless for the role you've got.
Yeah. I think we should stick together.
Save it, okay, and then like save it for if we need it.
Yeah, I mean, you and Andy McCarr could change your role up a little bit within the party if you wanted to use that mask in a certain situation, but but for like the rest of the party, it's pretty much useless.
So we don't need it just now, but it's handy to know that that's.
Anybody can use it. Yeah.
It's me out of character who asks all the questions.
That's fine.
Yeah.
That's fine. Yeah, so it's useful in other situations. Like that's a thing for thieves and for people in the city or for someone hiding in the bushes or the wilderness.
Sneaking or doing or.
Yeah.
Aye, that's it. So them as is light on their feet. Us, well, we clank a bit. We clank a bit too much for that sort of thing.
It's not for the dwarves, pretty much. Yeah.
I'd like to say as well that before, if we're getting ready to set off, that I take Sninky Nook and he's wrapped up in my scarf, and I put him back on the back of the harness and have him covered over, like.
Yeah.
So it looks like it's just a little package on top of Charlemagne.
Is he strapped to the back of Charlemagne? Yeah.
Yeah, he is.
So,
he is.
Take out.
Was there anything else obvious on him?
What, on Sninky Nook?
On Sninky Nook.
So basically, the state of Sninky Nook is he has cooled down and stopped smouldering. He has not regenerated at all in the whole 12 hours you have been resting.
Yeah, Dara will say a prayer or whatever. And something about, we'll get you back, wee man.
Kiara would probably just have like bow her head a little bit, have a little listen to whatever his prayer was. She's feeling the barrack frown just now too.
What Andy McCarr will definitely notice is the sheafs of +1 arrows and silver arrows that are available on Sninky Nook's body and the bear. So if he wants to use those in desperate situations.
Yeah, not really something I'm any use with. I could give him a try.
I don't think he uses a bow.
Yeah.
Oh, right, fine. I thought you might, being an elf. Never
Just
mind.
assuming because he's an elf, yes.
Yeah, just stereotyping there.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, okay.
Like I said.
Well, there's also another 10 flasks of holy water that he was carrying. There's still 2 healing potions on him. I don't think you'll find the potion of scentlessness much use, but there is a potion of vitality, which is useful because if you drink it, it basically means for a week you don't need to eat or drink
and you're
or sleep.
poison-proof as well. Poison-proof.
And you're also immune to poison and disease.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck, we should definitely be thinking about that.
And there is also one of the potions of hill giant strength that he's carrying. So you might think of giving that to one of the dwarves.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
To save time and to adventure on, we can just assume that it was distributed to the right people, eh?
Okay, fine.
Yeah.
Right, well, Allgrim and Fargrim will lead the way.
If necessary, Dara's potion of... Because Dara's, I think, got 2 hill giant strength things, so... There'll be 2 giant strength potions, so one of them to go to the other drawer.
Well, I'm going to the fridge anyway, so line up in order.
You want, will I go middle, guys? Just behind you, Dado. Like this.
Eleanor and me at the back, maybe?
Yeah, well, if you go next to Darrow, Kiara.
Right. Oh, yes, right beside them. Yes, Dado. Side by side. Come on.
And then if Charlemagne goes behind Darrow, then you've got 2 dwarves to leap over.
You could do, yeah, that's a good idea. Well, does Eleanor want to go in between Charlemagne and Adam and Carr then, so that she's a little bit more like protected in, so that she's like maybe in here and he's at this side?
Well, she's fairly tough. I'm sure she and I could take the rear.
I bet he's cute. I get worried about her though. I like to make sure she's alright. Let's go, guys.
Okay, well, in that case, the Battle Brothers will lead the way up to the junction.
We want the two healers as far apart as possible
We'll
as well.
We'll be moving as a group.
Yes. Oh,
But,
sorry, guys, we're wobbling.
so,
Sorry, couldn't move Darrow.
Just back. So you're now not moving with a scout ahead of you, however many feet. You are moving as a solid unit.
Yep.
Shield wall. Not shield wall, because you don't have shields, but yeah. Solid
Aye.
dungeon crawling squad, yeah. Let's go. Where you going?
yeah, but basically we're moving it as a group. So if someone's distracted and the figures aren't moved,
We assume they're with the group, yeah. Oh yeah, of course.
Right.
Right.
Have we checked through the other sides of this chamber to the west?
Not yet.
What's to the west?
Also, what's that slab like? Does it look like there's anything underneath it or inside it?
It's a big stone. It looks to be solid one piece of stone. Doesn't look like it's a top and a bottom. You're dwarfs, and you know stonework.
but there
so
was magic coming out of it, so there might be something in there. So I
Well-
think we should check it.
if you look on the top of it, it will have some carved symbols that you do not understand. On the top of it.
Yeah, magic.
It was Kiara that understood what happened. It was Kiara that understood that when that chest opened, some magic happened on that slab, and that's what would have animated the mummy had it been there.
But I would have explained that to you guys, like, at the time.
Aye,
Oh, you
aye,
just
just
rated
wondering
for
if there were
12 hours as
any
well, so-
hidden chambers in that stone that might contain
I
anything.
don't.
You can have a
I
close
don't
look at it
think
if you
so.
want. You're a dwarf, you know
Yeah,
stone well.
I say, like, I don't think so,
could-
but I don't know.
I could look for secret doors. I don't know whether that works on that sort of thing.
Well, let's spend 5 minutes having a look at it.
Your secret doors roll's passive. I'm rolling it. If you you detect secret doors passively,
and there's the shifting.
Well, secret doors, I think I need to actually look at properly.
was it? Was it dwarfs that have that passively?
No, I think it's
all
concealed
active.
doors elves can find if they're not really looking, but
Oh, okay.
they're better at it if they're actively looking.
I'll tell you if you
And
find one,
dwarves
Nick.
have noticing shifting walls and things.
Aye, and some people try and pretend that includes secret compartments in stonework, but
Shifting
I'm not gonna try that.
stonework. Shifting stonework
On
is
this
not.
carpet.
Anyway, it's a big stone rock. It's a big one-piece stone slab. It doesn't
Okay.
open. It's not like an open coffin. The body was on top of it.
well, I suggest that we amble off to the east and just check behind us before we go west.
What, here?
It's over here, this kind of passageway,
Okay. This leads.
or
This,
whatever it is.
that leads down into another. Like further
What-
down.
yeah,
There's a long
I see.
tunnel leading down the way.
Reckon we're going to have to go down there, boys.
So there's this. Is this here, where I'm pinging in purple?
Yeah. See ya.
Is
There's
that
the cave in.
an open cave, as it were?
Yeah. So where it's all stonework
Well,
here, and this is a
You told me
room.
that was a cave in.
No. That was down here. The cave-in's down here where you came in.
That wasn't what I was talking about. I was talking about this tunnel at the
All
back
right, okay,
of the
okay. So this is where there's a break in the stonework of this building, and then what seems like a natural tunnel, or
Yeah,
could
that's
be
what I was
natural, could be
wondering.
mined out. But there's natural stone walls on either side here, whereas this is built brick walls.
Right, aye, that's where I meant originally when I'd asked about that, because that's the place I thought we were going to have to go down to, because everywhere else looked like a dead.
Well, I've got the map revealed. You can see that whole bit, can't you?
I don't think
It
that'll be
goes
the way
along.
down, though, because the way down was supposed to be, it's supposed to go down several levels, not just
Nah,
be some
but-
sort of funny
well,
tunnel.
Yeah, but maybe this is just down to the first level.
Well, hang on a second, because I see guys moving, so let me reveal
Aye.
some map. As Ogrim and Kiara and Fargrim are moving over here after reveal some map areas. Hang on 2 seconds, troops.
Well, the rest of the
Thank
party
you.
are following up.
I mean, that side bit might just be where the ghouls were coming and going.
All right, we're way down here. Oh, boys. This is not where I thought we were.
I'll shift to
We're just checking behind us to make sure there's nothing going to sneak up from behind us.
So what you see, what Ogrim would see there, I guess Fargrim now as well, and Darrow would see another room there, seems to be empty.
So do I peek their head through that wee gap there at the end of this corridor? Like these
Okay.
bits?
Ask Kiara to have a look in there. With her keen eyes, she might see something we don't.
Okay. There's one behind us.
Okay, let me open up some map. No, not some reveal some areas. Yeah. Okay.
I'll have a quick look in this room just in case there's anything obviously concealed doors, but
Is it that? Yeah, I guess that is it. I would like peek my head round the door. Can I not see this way?
Are you moving down so you can look into the rooms? You have to move your character down a square then.
I'm just sticking my head round. Look, can I not just...
Yeah, but you and Ogrim are on the same square just now, so before you do, you need to move into the next square.
Okay. Right, hold on, let me change my thing then. Is that far enough? I'm not that far in.
No,
I just like
you have to be because it's all 5 feet squares. There's not enough space to be in the same place as Ogrim.
Right.
Oh, Olgrim will go ahead of her to protect her.
Nah, it doesn't need to. It's okay. I'm in it already.
Oh,
like I
wait, I'm hiding the
already
areas, I'm not
opened up
revealing.
to see this bit. Nah.
Okay, see a load of bones immediately lying on the floor here.
Right.
Just piles of bones scattered on the floor, and I want you to roll surprise.
Right. Well, I don't feel like I would be very surprised because we're underground.
Doesn't matter. You still have to roll surprise.
I wasn't right. I wasn't questioning the roll.
Okay.
What do I have to roll for it?
1d10, and you've got a -2 penalty. Oh, so you failed, right? Okay, so you are stunned and will not do anything for a round as you see something. Now let me pull it off the GM info layer.
They start moving.
Yeah, something starts moving. I'll describe it in a second. So
I instantly wasn't going to move anymore.
What looks like just a big pile of rock on the far side of the room. Just suddenly move. And it's just like a stalagmite almost. And it just moves. And you see a big mouth open and these big things start flinging at you. These big arms start going like that at you. And everybody's going to have to roll initiative. And you're surprised for one round, Kiara.
What is it? Have you got a picture of it?
One of those things.
Right, yeah. So let me get a picture of it somewhere. Have I got that on the right layer, the token, yeah?
I can't. I can only see the... Is it like this fuzzy, this thing in the middle? It started to look like no. My screen's very small.
If I zoom right in, and then you look on Twitch, is that possible?
I've met these.
Are you on to look on Twitch? Okay, hold on.
Yeah, I've zoomed right in.
I've met these recently in 2 other games, and I think this one is going to have a lot more trouble with it.
This thing in the middle?
So it's a big stalagmite with flailing arms, and it's just whipped one at you.
Like, it looks like the Cthulhu thing.
Kind of, but it's like a rock.
In the middle.
It's like a stone. It looks like a big giant stone that's just come to life and swung this big thing at you.
My screen is little, and then my eyesight against it. It's grey against grey. It was just hard. I did think I had seen something, but then I wasn't
maybe pull
sure.
up a picture, right? Okay, so what I need to do is find it in the monster manual, and if I move that across the other screen, I can show it on Twitch.
It's got a face and everything on here, hasn't it? It's got an eye and like a big one eye.
Hang on 2 seconds, I can show it on screen if you give me a moment.
Do they have one eye?
So it's this boy. But it looks more stone-like and more like stone.
Yeah.
Yeah?
It's still moving though.
Yep. That's all. That's as long as you get to see it. It looks a bit different from that. It's more like stone and more hard and more like rock.
No, that's what I thought. Your token that you've used for it is good. It's my eyesight and the pattern against the grey was not working for
I've
me.
used
But
the same token for something else
anyway.
before, but it seems to be the closest token for that as well.
No, it looks good. It does look good. It was my
Guys that know the monster, it's a decent token, isn't it?
It is.
If you don't know, it's a storoper, like a roper but a stone one.
It does. It is just my screen. Kiara was like a pin before as well. She's bigger now too.
Right.
We're rolling initiative.
Oh,
I'm
yeah, you
stunned.
are.
Now, are we?
Yeah, you are.
I'm stunned and can't move,
Well,
but
hang on 2 seconds
I
before you
finished
roll.
it.
And the Macari went and rolled. It's fine. Alright, okay.
I'm saying.
And the Macari got a 3. No, a 4. 2 seconds. Say again, tell me.
I know I'm stunned and can't move for a round, but can I like shout?
Yeah.
When it's just,
no,
like,
wait,
frozen-
no. When you're
frozen
surprised, no. Sorry, no, nothing. No, you're like.
Well, Olgrim was trying to kind of get round the corner anyway to protect you, lass, so don't worry.
Daryl, yours hasn't come up in the initiative tracker. I'll add a turn for you.
I think we're would have been more fucked if one of you guys had been stuck and surprised.
Cara, there's no
'Cause
point. There's no point in rolling any initiative just now because you don't know what's going to happen in a round. We'll just wait until next round for you to roll an initiative.
I wasn't going to roll initiative.
The bear
I was
should be.
going to roll for Charlemagne though.
Fucking
The
A.
bear should be moved.
Yeah,
The
you
bear's
just got
not
left
going to
behind.
be that far back.
Yeah, you can have it. Everybody information like when you roll
I
initiative.
thought we were all moving together. I thought someone had said they had just stuck us and we were going to move as a group. That's my fault, sorry.
No,
I
that's
just
fine.
thought he was.
I said the group was moving up as one, but I don't have control of
Yeah.
the characters.
No, that's
so
what
we
I'm saying.
are
That's
all
happened
in that
with it.
corridor.
Yeah.
I assumed it would
No.
have been
Only-
just kept together.
Only Kiara peeked her head in the room and seen it, so only Kiara has to roll for surprise, and then initiative starts. So no one else has to roll for surprise, but Kiara failed, so that's fun. Right, I'm going to roll some initiative. I've got the
For
wrong
some
one, so-
reason, the system's got Fargrim and Olgrim's initiatives reversed.
Okay, so Fargrim should be a 6 and Ogrim should be a 3.
Correct.
Got you. Now you'll want a second initiative for Ogrim, right?
Yes, please.
What's it on?
Not this round, but...
No, Ogrim has 2 hammers, remember?
Oh, yes, of course. Yeah. So,
In fact, he
second
has
one will be
a hammer.
+2.
In fact, Handy doesn't he have a hammer and a holy water sprinkler?
True, yes. Let
So
me
what-
roll for the Holy Water Sprinkler.
No, because that's his other hand. So you can get you still get the same initiative for that. You still get the good initiative, and then plus whatever the holy water sprinkler is for the second
So that'd
attack.
be another +7.
Okay, so 3 and 10.
And he's 3 per 2. So does that mean he gets 3 attacks every 2 round, or 2 attacks, then 4 attacks?
No, 3 every 2. So in the second round, he gets on the even number. So on 2 and 4, he gets 3 every. He gets 3 attacks. And I'm assuming he's got the warhammer in his main hand.
Is it 3 or 4?
It's 3 every 2. No, he'll get 4, yeah, because he's got 2 weapons. But he gets 3 with his main weapon every 2, sorry. So this round he attacks with both weapons. Next round he attacks with both weapons and his other one twice. Yeah?
Okay.
Who else? Charlemagne.
I've rolled for him.
You rolled for him, right, you got 15. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, unlucky.
I
Too
reckon
lied and just
Eleanor,
rolled again.
Eleanor is too far back to be able to react to anything.
Do you want to roll for her main weapon then, just so that if anything happens, she's in initiative order? Just roll for her longsword, and we'll use that for whatever happens when she comes up. Just so we have initiative for everybody.
He can hold her action anyway, like.
Yeah. I didn't roll for my monster yet. There we go. Is that everybody?
Mine is Kiara.
Yep. That's everybody then. Right, let's reorder them. So, folks, start taking notes. It's round 1 of battle. You're amongst a storoper. I'll just say it for all, because 3 out of 4 of the players in the game are veterans and have fought this monster before. But luckily enough,
assumed it was a roper. I'm not sure whether I've fought stone ropers before.
it's a stone-like roper. So, you're luckily enough it didn't roll very well. Well, it had a speed 9. It's a large creature, so it never had a good start on its initiative. So you've got a good few people who are going to act before it. You see, it's Olgrim first, and what Olgrim sees is Kiara frozen in surprise. What does Olgrim do?
Olgrim's going to step in front of her to protect her from whatever's shocking her, see what's there, and step another one forward and clobber it.
Let's go. Now bear in mind it's got a 2x2 square, so you're like there.
Well, he'll step to one side so his brother can come in next to him.
Okay. So here.
Okay.
Picture a grid, right? So Kiara's 1 square, that's another square, that's another square, that's another square. Ogrim sidles up next to this monster, this big monster made of stone, wailing 6 flailing arms around. The token may have 4, but this thing's got 6 arms shooting around the place. But Ogrim has managed to smash into it with its warhammer. I'm sure that's better than its armor class. Yeah, it is.
Okay, damage.
Yeah.
Go.
Whoa, max damage. Sorry, minimum damage.
Minimum damage.
Minimum damage.
Still though.
I just looked at it.
Don't know its vital spots.
Ogrim's minimum damage with his very specialised weapon is pretty solid.
I know. I was like, oh, what's that?
6
minimum.
is a solid minimum. Yeah. Now,
aye.
next, Anna McCarr, where are you? How much do you see? You see Ogrim react to something and rush into a room. What do you do?
Can I get through, do you think?
So you get to there, and then you have to decide where you're going, because you're now touching squares with a big monster.
Can I stand next to... Can I sort of behind Olgrim? I'm trying to cast a spell.
Right, yeah, so... let me draw the map so I can see exactly where the grid lies, right? So how wide is it? It's only 15 foot wide, so these are only 3 squares, right? So, picture Ogrim is there.
Yeah. So if I'm in the corner...
Yeah, that's fine. And there's still that space in front of Kiara open.
Right, because I'm trying to cast a magic missile.
Ooh. Point blank range, but it always hits anyway.
Yeah.
Let's go, Adamant car.
I think I'm only 4th level, aren't I? With
Kiara would not say because she's frozen.
Yeah, you're frozen in surprise. You're not doing nothing.
So I think I'm still only 4th level as a mage, aren't I?
So you get 2 bolts of
So I get
magic
2.
missile, yeah.
I'm
Automatic hit,
surprised you used your magic missile.
Is this the first time I've seen you do magic missile? It can't be.
Yeah, I don't think I've used it.
Nice. We're really mixing it up. Let's go.
Didn't do it very well. Maybe I'll do better next time.
Unlucky on the roll though. 5 damage. That could have been better.
It could have been worse though.
It could have been. By 1 roll. That was the second worst roll it possibly could have been.
Still could have been worse.
Okay, now that takes us to Fargrim. So the elder brother of the Battle Brothers, he will see Kiara. React.
Olgrim, where you going, lad?
Let's freeze, and his brother run into a room.
Yeah, he got
So he runs into the room. Okay, so that's that square occupied. Remember, we have to picture this grid like. I take it off because it looks better visually, but we have to picture it.
And he will unleash his maul.
Okay. Let's go. That does not hit it.
Which bounces off the armoured skin of this beast.
Yeah. So this ball just goes wha-bang into it, and it just does not seem to phase it at all. Ogrim brings over his left hand though, and he's got this flail in it full of holy water.
Aye. Take this.
Good luck. No, not at all. So the holy water bursts open. So that's the 1d8 used, even though it's useless on this non-undead creature. And that does not do any damage. The tough rock-like skin of this monster is just breaks the water and the metal bounces off. Now, Darrow, it's your turn. You've seen the two other dwarfs, the party, and Andy McCarr run in this room after Kiara's frozen in fright.
Where can he get?
Now, so I'd say not all the way to there because you're going past all four of you guys, but I'd say I'd let you squeeze into there and getting past two, because Kiara, you just bump her onto the corner, she's frozen in fright. And Fargrim can kind of let you
these
past.
piles of bones.
So he had his hammer out.
Yep.
Let me look at the initiatives of the two weapons.
Well, to see if I think the hammer's faster than the axe. Like.
Yes. So at this point, he's not closed yet, because he wasn't expecting there to be enough space to close.
Nah,
and he hills the hammer.
It's 15 feet, so if you're there, you're using the hammer in melee.
Yes, but he sort of reflexively, he was sort of running in and hurling it because he wasn't expecting.
Yeah, but by the time you get into any space to throw it, you're in melee combat with it. So it's not a throw. It's a melee hit with the same weapon. There's no space to throw it. We are in a 15-foot by 20-foot grid.
And I'm just reminding
it's a 10-foot
myself.
Monster.
This is it.
Come on, let's go.
He's got strength 17, so he may have a +1 bonus on this.
No,
but that doesn't normally apply.
No, it's already ticked on the character sheet. That's why you tick strength and dexterity on the character sheet. No, that's why you tick strength on a hammer and you tick dexterity on a bow or whatever.
Yeah, it should.
Yeah, your bonus is calculated in.
Yeah. Okay, this time I'm doing it right, but I'm going to be changing the character sheets to. I know it's complicated.
Yeah, no, it's all worked out.
Let's roll to hit.
It's all worked out. Your melee and your missile attacks are the same with that hammer. You get the same bonus. Ooh,
oh yes.
That is enough to hit it. Right, so that one, you can see, because this thing with its big eye blinks, and that blow has actually managed to hurt the thing, so that'll roll damage. That one's actually done it. Nice. Not your best damage, but
we're chipping away at it.
You have chipped away at it between you, like, before it's had a chance to do anything. In fact, there is one more in the group has a turn before it has its, but I doubt she's going to do anything from there, Eleonora.
You might be able to come a bit closer or something, but
she'll come a bit closer, and she'll.
Okay, now
Oh, I can't hear you.
She's going to avoid having the bear charge over her, but she's going to be keeping an eye out for trouble coming from any other way.
Okay, so I'm just getting my character sheet up for the Storoper then. So the ropers attack by shooting strong, sticky glands at opponents. Strong, sticky strands at opponents. They can shoot a total of 6 strands, 1 per round, as far as 50 feet. And I don't think that changes for the Storoper. Yeah, it's 50 feet. They're always extended at least 20 feet, these things. Right, okay. So it can attack with all of its tentacles at the same time, preferring to attack 2 victims with 3 tentacles each. And twice per day, the Storoper can inject venom through its tentacles. So, victims must make a successful saving throw versus poison or be paralysed for 1 round. And then the rest, I'm not telling you. But that's if it's on a hit. So, we've got to see if it hits you first. Let's roll some attacks. So, let me bring up its character sheet. It's over here. So, it prefers to attack 2 opponents at a time with 3 tentacles each. So it's going to go for the outermost 2 opponents, Darrow and Ogrim. Okay, so I'm going to say the first 3 are rolled at Darrow and the second 3 are rolled at Ogrim. Okay? So that's close, but not a hit, right?
Yep.
Oh, that is a hit.
Ouch.
Oh.
And that one is just a hit. So 2 tentacles latch on to Darrow. Now,
Is it firing all 6 tentacles? I thought you said it fired 1 per round.
no, it fires all 6 in a round, preferring to fire 3 at one opponent and 3 at another.
Fair enough.
It can inject venom twice a day.
Twice per
Is that
day.
right?
So the 4th tentacle misses Ogrim. The
Oh,
5th
dear.
one lands a
Holy
critical hit on him.
shit.
There's no damage on these rolls though, so he avoids the double damage. But there must be a consequence of the critical hit. So let's say the 3rd one automatically hits him then, okay? So 2 tentacles are on Darrow and 2 tentacles are on Ogrim. Let me see if he can inject his venom in the same round. It is, isn't it? Okay. And he can do it twice per day.
So maybe he's going to do it in both sides.
Twice per day. Now, she's not going to do it both at the same time.
Who's he going to choose?
Odds it's
You can roll
Darrow.
it. Roll.
Odds it's Darrow. Evens it's Ogrim. Peter, I'll let you roll it. Odds it's Darrow.
Oh, come on.
Both dwarfs, they've both got a strong poison resistance. Odds it's Darrow.
Oh,
Roll
no.
a save versus poison, Darrow.
Surely not. Come on.
Make it, please.
Lessons be on you. Let's go.
May you be blessed.
So it's an extra +4 for being a dwarf
Yeah.
that I have to add in.
Well, that
right.
should be on your sheet, is it not?
No, because it's only against poison, not
All right,
against
so
death
it's-
magic.
Okay.
So I would say, so I've not included it by default.
That's
so I
your
have
Constitution
to add
dwarf
+4.
bonus. So I make a save versus poison at +4.
Come on. Surely.
Come on. 1 success. So you feel something as one of the 2 of the tentacles have grabbed onto you, and one of them like bites you with something, and something like goes into your bloodstream, and you even feel it. But your dwarven resistance is too strong, and the strength of Barak Thrum is too mighty, and you resist the poison, and you do not. I'm not telling you what happens if you get poisoned by that, but anyway, it doesn't happen this time. Okay. Now, can it do any more in its round? I'm going to say it's surrounded by people. It is gonna bust off both. It can do it twice per day. It's got 2 of them. It's gonna try it on Ogrim as well, right? So it's gonna try and do a poison bite on Ogrim. I need Ogrim to make a save versus poison as well. Then it's surrounded. It's like, oh shit! It's using both of them at once.
I couldn't see Darrow's roll for his save thing in the chat, by the way. Did it go private?
No, they succeeded.
I didn't see it.
Must be a private roll just to the DM.
It's 2 GM rolling.
It does, yeah. Sorry, it is GM only. It's showing on screen, right enough. That's why I'm thinking everybody sees it, because Twitch sees it. No, you don't see it.
Okay, I was just checking there wasn't my thing messing up.
Yeah.
Did Olgrim's save come through?
No, I've only had the first.
Okay, 1 second.
He's got Dwarven Constitution bonus on this as well, I believe.
Well, I'm clicking the button, but nothing's happening. I may have to close this and reopen it. Hang on a second.
No problem. Nice save, Darrow. Vital.
And it was good, like.
Hope Ogrim makes
Right,
it.
looking down on you.
I think so. We've had a few of them come through at once, David.
Right, okay. Well, just take the first one.
The first one was a success.
Hallelujah!
Yay!
It's a success, a fail, and a critical success, so it averages out to a success, and the first one was a success, so let's say that's a success. Ogrim also feels something shoot into his bloodstream, something bite into his vein. One of these tentacles injects some teeth into him, and something goes into his bloodstream. But again, the dwarven resistance just fights it off. He's too tough. He's too dwarven.
Up the dwarves!
Up the dwarves. Now, we find ourselves in Charlemagne's turn.
So Charlemagne would probably hear what was going on, but he also would. He's got Sninkanook on him, and Eleanor's out here, and blah blah blah. So he would probably just turn around and keep an eye out and look this way with her as well.
Nice, okay.
She's looking north.
Okay.
He's keeping an eye up this way.
So we're going round 2.
Go, Kiara, back in the game. Can I roll initiative now, please?
Yes. Kiara's back in the game.
Does it look like I can reach the creature from here with the sword?
Yeah, right. So you've got to picture this as a 4x3 room, right? So there's 1 square there, 1 square there, 1 square there, and it's in these 2 squares here. So yes, you are diagonally touching bases with it.
I shall attempt to hit it with a sword. Then I'll need to change my initiative.
Cool.
I have rolled to GM only. Sorry.
It's all right.
Olgrim is also going to change his secondary weapon over to his other warhammer, because obviously the flail's not useful against this thing. So can you change the
Change the second one to what?
Yeah, Darrow is going to if he can break free from this thing, he'll be wanting to.
Oh no, sorry. You're grabbed by this thing. There's no change in initiative for Ogrim or Darrow. Sorry, chaps.
Right. Are we unable to attack this round then?
Let me double check.
I think
No. You can attempt to break free, and if you don't break free this round, you are bitten automatically for so much damage. So no, what you're doing this round is attempting to break free. So no, there's no change in initiative for Darrow or Ogrim. Sorry, chaps.
Darrow's been grabbed by something before,
Hasn't it got to choose which one of us it bites?
Yes, but you're still caught in it. You're still caught by in its grasp, though. It's still got a hold of you. And it can pull you both together at the same time. So right now it's just got you and waiting to bite you while he bites the other one, or vice versa.
How many tentacles has it got me with?
2 each.
2 each.
Okay. So in that case, Olgrim will attempt to break free, and presumably Darrow will this round. So,
yeah,
just to roll at the beginning of the round or the end of the round.
Oh, we both get initiatives before it.
Just on your same turn from the initiative you rolled before, it's fine.
Okay.
Right.
So whenever your turn comes up, we're not going to make any change in initiative because you're not getting to change weapon. Your whole thing is to try and escape this. So yeah, you can just go on your last roll.
Charlemagne has changed to the same as Kiara.
Charlemagne doesn't change.
He has. He's changed. Look at the turn order. He's jumped to a 5.
All right. You mean by accident? Yeah. Sorry. I thought you were changing him. I thought you were trying to cheat, give him a better initiative.
Yeah. No, I think it happened with an automatic when Kiara's rolled.
Maybe.
Or it's been put in wrong because I didn't re-roll for him.
It's not a problem. Sorted now. Is there anybody else changing?
Checking that because it was way before his.
Eleanor is still on the sword, and there's still a bit of a traffic jam.
A big traffic jam.
If she sees that Kiara's moved and the traffic jam's beginning to clear, she may go in. But we're leaving her as she was.
Okay.
Can you add another turn for Fargrim on 9, because this is his second round?
Oh yeah, and he's on the same weapon, so specialisation gives him another turn. On 9?
On 9.
Nice. That's it then, it's round 2. Ogrim starts us off. Swinging, well, no, not swinging any Warhammer. Trying to escape. You've got a chance to break free. Now, it's got you by 2 tentacles, so I need to see if I need to adjust your roll. It does. I don't think it says I need to.
Shouldn't, surely not, because it's automatic. It gets a chance to do it.
Yeah, I mean, it mentions attacking you with 2 at a time, and yeah. Nah, yeah. So there's no penalty for it having got you with 2.
Okay, so what do I need to roll?
I assume it's percentiles.
Yeah, right, hang on 2 seconds. Victim must... no, that's the wrong one. If you cannot break free, right, it doesn't say about how to break free. It must be a...
my guess is it's bend bars.
Yeah,
something like that.
I would say so.
Okay, bend bars it is.
Doesn't specify, so go with bend bars.
Yeah, and he's singing, I want to break free.
Nope, failed to break bend bars.
Oh.
But he doesn't.
Ogrim doesn't.
Well, unless you've got giant strength, your chances of bend bars are not great.
Okay.
Not really.
So, it's either that or it would be a strength check or something, but...
It doesn't say, so...
I'm
going to say, right, no, let's simplify then, because it doesn't say, and say it's a strength check, so roll your strength or under on a d20, but it's your whole turn though, you've got to try and break free, you're using all your bodily might to get free of these 2 tentacles, so if you can roll your strength or under on a d20, because it doesn't say in the rules, that's more simple, we'll go with that, okay?
The other thing is I can look at the first edition and see whether it was better written.
Yeah, it doesn't matter, eh? We can just go with that.
Yeah.
Okay, so I've broken free of 1 tentacle then.
Right, okay, let's see, you've got to... Yeah, so you get to try and break free of both tentacles, and unless you make both strength checks, you're not free. Okay, that seems a bit fairer then, because the strength check's quite easy. I didn't put any penalties on it. So you've got to make a strength check twice if it's 2 tentacles. Sounds good to me.
Okay. And I do get another couple of attempts this round, so... Unless it's just 1 per round.
No, let's say you've got to break free of both tentacles to get free. So you've got to roll a success twice in your round.
But can I only roll once a round or once for each?
No. I'll see you can try and break both tentacles off in the same round. Yeah, roll twice in the same round, but you can't do anything else this round. So you failed.
No, I haven't broken the other one.
Yeah, you failed. We'll ignore that it was a critical fail. Because it's a bit hairy already.
Wrapped himself up in it even more.
Yeah, you failed. So you have to make it twice to succeed, and you failed. Kiara's turn, and Kiara can now do something. What did you roll initiative for, actually?
My darts +1.
Oh, nice.
So if
you're within the 10-foot range. You don't have any penalty.
A step to clear this doorway?
No.
No?
No.
Can I just...
That what
that's
you're in is
fine.
one
I'm
square,
gonna
that
do
is
square
another,
now.
and the next two are occupied by the store opener.
Yep, you're only 10
That's
feet away,
fine.
Kiara, so you're short range anyway.
Yeah, and it's the worst. It's the worst in front of me. I'm sweet.
Yeah.
And
You've
it
got no
needs
penalties on the
two
attack.
more. It needs 2 more initiatives.
Yeah. Unless you want me to fire them all this round. This
Oh,
turn.
no. Yeah. I need to add 2 more initiatives for you, right? 2 6. Now, what's the weapon speed of your darts +1 then? Pretty low.
Ooh, 1.
So it's 5, 6, and 7.
So it is just one after the other then.
Yep, I still need to drag them up in the initiative order. Give me a
That's fine.
second. For some reason, it's not liking when I put the 7 in.
Do you want me to roll hit damage, or roll for 3 hits and then roll damage for whatever I hit?
I think I've pressed
Which
my
is
number
more-
lock button off. Hang on 2 seconds. There we go.
Which is more pleasing.
Hit first.
So you want 3 hits?
No. Hit first, then damage. Hit, then damage.
Yeah, so you want
And
hit
anyway,
damage, hit
and
damage.
anyway, because since I've put in your extra attacks, I've randomised the order, and you go once, and then Anna, Makar, and Fargrim go anyway. So it's a roll to attack first, so that's a miss. So that's, bear in mind, that's 1 minus 1 dart on the ground now, because you have to try and get that back later. Now, it's Anna Makar, because we're still on 6.
Right. I shall attempt to hack at it with my sword,
Good luck.
or thrust at it with my sword from that angle, I think. See. Oh,
Now
yes.
that'll hit it, aye. No doubt, no doubt.
Easily.
Easily.
Larger than man size?
It is a large creature, yes. So you get your increased damage from a longsword
Oh,
on it.
let's do it some good damage. That's not bad.
10. Nah, listen, this thing looks pretty injured. In fact, sorry, I've done that wrong. There we go, yeah, this thing looks quite injured already. And it's only acted once. Fargrim is next before Kiara. We're still on 6.
I'll swing them all up.
Good luck.
Excuse me. Sorry. Right.
Nope.
And bounces off. Damn
Now,
it.
on the end of 6, Kiara gets her second dart.
Should I? Let's go. Go on.
I should have brought me pickaxe.
Fuck me. Fucking hell.
And on 7, you get your third.
Oh no, not again.
You get the hiccups.
Again.
hmm
They're brutal. They're
That'll
killing
hit
me,
it.
like.
That'll do it.
Right, what did you say it was, a large?
Large creature. I don't think there's any difference on darts, is there?
Oh wait.
There is.
Oh, there is on
There
darts.
might be
is.
less.
I think it might
It's
be
1 to
it's
2
less.
instead of 1 to 3.
Aye, it's less on large creatures with darts. They do less damage. Max damage though.
Get in.
Hey. Right, so that dart, this tiny little dart on this massive big rock, basically.
It's the wrong. It's the
Is that
wrong
the right one?
damage.
Yes.
It's the wrong.
Oh yes, it's -2. Sorry, you rolled the wrong dart
It's
damage.
3 damage.
Yeah,
What? No, I just rolled what was there.
yeah. You rolled on the wrong. You rolled damage on the wrong darts.
Oh,
So it's,
yeah.
so it's -2. Right. Okay. Still, it looks very injured. That dart got in a crack between 2 rocks on this thing and chipped a bit off, and that bit coming off made another bigger bit come off. So it does look very injured. This fucking animate stone creature thing, and it's Fargrim's turn.
I should have
I'm
brought me
gonna need a
pickaxe.
second.
This is his second swing with that big.
Let's finish it off, Fargrim.
Yeah. Let's go.
I've got to hit the damn thing first.
That does hit it. It is armor class 0.
Oh, that'll finish it off.
Screams
I think it will.
Rage.
I think it is going to crack.
10.
Alright, so
2 lots of 10.
Fargrim swings the big hammer over the two-handed hammer over his head and just goes, "Ah!" And like the chip that Kiara left in it with his dart, he hits the top of the dart and he hits the dart further in and it just pushes it in like a little wedge. You know when the guys actually break rocks open, and that dart does so, and it just splits this thing in half vertically down the middle.
Sorry, Russ, I think I might have broken your dart.
And that dart's gone. So that is one less -1 dart that she can find, actually, because, yeah, that'll be destroyed.
It's alright. I'll remember some other ones, I don't mind. Yeah, it was teamwork, my friend. Nice work.
I'll knock you another one up when we get back to the forge, lass. Don't worry.
Well done, guys.
No problem.
I'm going to quickly run to the bathroom.
I'm going to quickly look for my darts if I can.
Yeah, of course. Well, we'll roll for it, actually. How many did you use?
I used 3.
So one's gone, so roll 1d2 for how many are
One's
recoverable.
gone. Hold on, let me go, because...
So if you roll 2, you get both of them back, and they're both still usable and magical. If you get one of them's fucked and scuffed.
Not bad. Right, where's... Like a D2?
Yeah. So
There's
not a D2, so right/roll 1d2.
Oh, right, okay, that's why I was like, no. Okay.
Yeah, sorry, there isn't a D2 on the thing.
Slash here, yeah.
You could roll a D4 and 1, 2 is 1 and 3, 4 is 2 if you want. Then you go 1. So you get 1 back. One of them fucked and scuffed. It's still a dart. You can still put +1 on your normal darts. It's still a dart. Might need sharpening up a little bit, but it's no longer a magical +1 dart.
Can you cut me out of these tentacle things, brother? Gee, gosh, what was that?
I'll be back in a second. I can still hear you. I've got the wireless headphones.
I'm just rolling those D20s.
Kiara, will you let me go first, lass? I mean, you could have been hurt.
I know, but I got a fright. I think I'm just, you know what it is? I just shaken up after Sninky Nook, and I just got a fright. It doesn't happen to me usually. I'm charging, and I'd have had his fucking head off with my scimitar, like.
Yeah, well, charge in after me, lass. You know, you can bounce off me first, all right?
I know. I'm sorry, guys. I was just a bit shaken up. I'll try to remember. It's dangerous down here.
Right.
Well, it's dangerous up there as well, lass. I mean, there's an entire bunch of outlaws up there who blocked us down here.
I know those outlaws up there, though. They're not scary.
With wizards.
Yeah, wizards. Tja, what do they know? Yeah, no offence, lass. You know, present company accepted.
None
Yeah,
taken.
but we get enraged to crack their brains open. Then they're feeble, but they got the jump on us.
Oh, no, that's precisely it, Darrow. They didn't get the jump on us. They didn't jump down at all. They just cowardly stayed up there, and collapsed it.
Yeah.
They got the chuck down on you, the throw down. Well, aye, the store roper is defeated, folks. Well done.
Right.
Okay,
Right.
have a poke around and see if there's out worth taking here.
Okay, so as you look around the room, you will see some things of note. Bear with me, we'll take
Oh, well,
enough
Kiara
minutes.
just got the fuck out of there.
So scattered in
Came
the
out.
room, you're going to see 6 or what amounts to the pieces of 5 or 6 sets of armour, 7 or 8 weapons at first glance, some gold coins, loads of silver coins. Now this is scattered all over the floor of this room.
The silver coins aren't worth. If we're being careful of what we're taking, the gold and platinum we got before was worthwhile. The silver's just going to slow us down.
What appears to
It is.
what appears to be several platinum pieces, and one
try and pick up any platinum.
one big red, really sparkly looking valuable gem.
Oh.
I know who would have wanted that one.
Deep red like a ruby.
Oh, did I see
You're
what I
doing
was
this
in there?
deliberately, aren't you?
No, it was there before you died, mate. It was there before you died, I promise.
I'm going to come back and haunt this party.
No, it was there before you died. It should have been a treat, mate.
Did I see this while I was in the room?
We can put that gem in with the ones we got from the
You
mummy.
would have, because the coins are scattered all over the floor, and it's a small room, and there's bits of at least 5 or 6 sets of armour strewn about, and half a dozen weapons.
I'd be shouting back, somebody get that stone, we're taking it for Stinky.
Aye, and we're not putting in that bag with the gems from Mummy, lad.
No, not at all.
Them need disinfecting.
Yeah.
So you
right.
A big handful size red gem.
Anyway, we've got to push on.
Well, let them have a look at those swords, and my brother will have a look at the armour and see if there's out worth taking. All right.
Okay, so
Davo is looking around outside the room with Eleonora.
Okay, so Ogrim and Fargrim, it's the weaponsmith and armoursmith that are surveying the room. So you'll see, I guess it's pretty plain then that none of the armour and weapons look at anything special. And they're scattered around the room like a whole bunch of people died in here. That's what your expertise tell you.
Well, looking at the heaps of skeletons, I think that's probably right.
Yeah. Like it's like there's no bodies. There's bones, dry bones, and there's loads of little bits. So like there's a cod piece of an armour there, and there's a breastplate there, and there's an arm and a shoulder there, and there's a leg over there and one over there.
Some of the people have gone missing. Yeah.
Actually, okay. Off subject, it always amused me that nobody in any of my games has actually gone looking for gold teeth in skeletons, given medieval dentistry. Okay, well we'll take the gem and the decent amount of gold and platinum, and we'll head back out again.
Okay.
And, we'll try and persuade Kiara not to rush
so
past.
The amount of coins that's there, if you're taking the gold and the platinum and the big gem, take you 5 minutes, 10 minutes, let's say 10 minutes to pick it all up then, okay? So I'll take that, but not the silver. You didn't take the silver, okay? Okay.
Well, we took the gold. We took the gold and platinum from the chest.
So you're taking the gold and platinum from here and not the silver from here?
Yeah, and from the previous room we took the gold and platinum.
Okay, no problem.
But you haven't told us how much it is, so I haven't listed it.
No, because you're trying to do it quickly?
Exactly.
Yeah, okay,
but as far as the stuff from the chest, we had the entire night.
Yeah, right, okay, fair enough. You had the entire night, so you'll know exactly what was in the chest. So there was 200 platinum pieces and 1,543 gold pieces in the chest. Because you did have the entire night actually to count that, so you'll know exactly that. 200 PP, 1,543 GP.
From the barrel, what was the mix of coins from the barrel? Was there silver and copper that we're dumping? The barrel, not the chest.
The barrel was 840 silver. We can dump some of that if need be.
Yes.
I think you've just abandoned silver for now. Like, you're only taking gold and above now, eh?
Yeah, because it's just slowing us down. Kiara's rich as fuck, man. Like, what I want these like missing little bits of silver for?
It's a matter of principle.
So you take the red gem and the gold and the platinum from this room then. Okay, are you moving on?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we want to go north now, don't we?
Yeah.
I'll let the dwarf brothers go first.
Okay, let me just.
Yeah, we'll go in formation again. We're going up. Where are we going, sorry? North. Through this room.
You see another couple of little small rooms.
Why are we pissing about in these little short closed off ends?
We're trying to find our way to the next level, but this obviously isn't it.
Yeah, so let's just turn around.
We're wanting to do our best to make sure there's nothing coming from behind us once
we better check this this chest here. You know, it might be who knows what it might be. We better check it very carefully.
Well,
I see another chest, yeah, in one of the rooms.
Chest by itself. Is this a trap of some kind? Something lurking in the shadows? hanging on the ceiling or something?
We haven't got the... Unfortunately, Sneaky Nook isn't alive to check for us.
Pass me a handful of those silver pieces. Fargrim promptly starts throwing silver pieces at this chest and into the room and making noise.
Okay, the chest does not react. It seems, as far as you can tell, to just be a chest.
Just smash it with a hammer.
Things do not stick to the chest.
Let's just leave it.
Darrow, do you want to check your hammer at it?
Okay, one toss and then we go if...
Okay, roll a d20.
We've got to crack it open, see what's inside.
Oh, you never rolled that one, did you?
No,
no,
those were
that's
to
not
break free from...
That's right, yeah.
the
Just checking.
rope.
I seen the one. I looked at dice rolls and I seen the one. I was like, "That you never just rolled that, did you?" No, good. Otherwise, you just missed a stationary object.
You get buses to hit it if it's not moving.
Aye. It's only going to miss if it makes a really bad roll. Yeah, that'll hit it. So your hammer crunches into this chest and the wood caves in. Roll 1d. I don't know what the damage on the chest is. Don't roll anything. The chest caves in and it breaks and there's a hole in the front of the chest, and your hammer returns to your hand because it's your magic hammer.
So it's an empty, rotten chest, is it?
No, it's not empty. Well, it may be empty. You don't see millions and millions of coins pouring out of it.
Right, let's just leave them. Come on.
Oh, I want to go and have a look what's in it.
Yeah?
Yeah.
All right, Fargrim will approach the door cautiously, kind of looking up at the ceiling and kind of looking for any kind of tripwires and things.
Yeah, we'll look round carefully first.
Are there coins pouring out of it, did you say?
No, it's not. There's not millions of coins pouring out of this one.
There might be healing potions or holy water or something in there, or food. Well, not likely to be food.
Well, let's see if anybody goes close enough to inspect it then.
I'll wander in carefully.
Fargrim approaches and he sees nothing in this chest but 2 or 3 copper pieces lying on the bottom of it, but a massive gold, ornate, jewelled key.
Big
Darrow, know anything about keys? There's some sort of big key here.
Oh, we might need that. We might need that to unlock something.
We might need it.
Is there a key to this is there a key to this road of yours? Gold Road? Possibly?
It's just called the Gold Road is on that route.
Why is it called the Gold Road? Could it be because it's a gold key?
Just in case.
I think we should take that. Well, it's worth something, if nothing else, but, you know, it could be important.
All right, stick the end of my maul into the hole caused by the hammer and wrench the lid up.
Okay. The lid opens and it seems to just be a key. Although it's sparkly and jewelled, it's just a key. Doesn't seem to be magical or like it's just like a fancy key for a fancy door, but it's big. It's like human size, maybe bigger. It's not dwarf size. It's huge. This key.
Well, if that's real gold, it never opened a lock, so it's probably magical. All right, I'll tip it out onto a piece of leather or a cloak.
Right, this is a dwarf looking at it. This is a dwarf looking at it. So it's not right. It's gold in colour. It's not gold in composition. It's more like
gold plated.
No, it's more like a bronze. It's more like a dwarven bronze, but it's fancy with filigree. Sorry, maybe not jewelled. Fancy with filigree round. So you know, a key will have like a circle at the end of it. It's fancy filigree round all the way around that. And it looks like a dwarven style, actually. So sorry,
right.
Not jewelled. Let's get this straight, right?
Oh.
Not jewelled, filigreed and fancy, in like a carved, etched kind of more kind of way.
Like an olden day secret garden style key.
Kinda, yeah, kinda.
Definitely think we need that.
So golden colour, but more of a bronze actually, and big.
So we might need it.
Aye, lad. Well, here you are, boss. I'll kind of reach down, pick it up, and hand it to him.
Right, then we head back.
It looks like we're going to have to try that tunnel, doesn't it?
Was there anything to the...
Bless you.
Did people check the far corridor to the west? What was off it? Was there anything?
This one? Not yet.
Not yet. Okay, well, we will reassemble, and carry on into that room. I would suggest we go west, boss. Dara, what do you reckon?
Yeah, check west. And then we go down that back.
Checking west and then going down this one.
Oh, yeah. I mean, if we can't go west and we can't go north, we're going to have to try that funny-looking passage, which is a bit strange.
I reckon we'll go down there anyway. I think we're wasting our time.
Okay.
Well, we're expecting
Is this an opening to the south?
Paved road.
Aye.
Can't move my finger now. It's got those little clicking things.
Another passage. Ah, leading into some sort of room.
Oh,
Well,
Carol looks sheepish. Like, Yeah, good arrow.
Ah, looks like a room. What? Anything we can see in it?
Nothing. You see the same kind of stone floor you've seen in the other built parts. Although this seems to be a natural tunnel through here, you're back in the kind of built parts that you've seen before with the kind of stone walls.
Well, it's probably where there was a collapse.
If this gold road is like a secret underground road, it's not going to be on the first level of one of these little dungeons. Think about it.
We've got to find some steps down, haven't we? That's why we're looking along, which will be along the corridor, I should think.
Nah, it's not going to be steps at first, is it? It's a hidden secret road. It's going to be little dirt tunnels and like secret hidden off passages until we find it. But I think that we go north and down.
Aye. But I think last time Arrow checked it was off to the west and down, wasn't it?
Well, you'll need to decide next week, folks, or in a fortnight.
Oh. Is it to the west or down? Can we just ask quickly?
No, it's that time. Any more exploration will be done in the next episode.
We're not even made to roll for surprise.
Nope. No. We'll save it for next time.
Well, before we stop, Olgrim and Fargrim are holding, and as the rest of the party come through, they will gradually move forward so that we can assemble in this room. Okay?
Cool.
So everybody's scattered all over the place at the moment, but that's not how it should be.
Yeah, okay,
we should all be backed up in that little corridor.
In this little corridor, okay.
Kiara would maybe stay where she was, to be honest.
Okay.
Anyone else to move? No. So that's how you are when we start next time. Okay. Let's leave it there and pick it up in 2 weeks, folks. Hey.
Nice.
Thanks.
Hope you enjoyed it.
Thank you.
Thank you and good night.
No one else died tonight. Aye, we'll say goodnight to Twitch, and I'll be back with you in a couple of minutes, folks.
Bye, guys.